All right, everybody, put your hands up. This is a raid.
Ah!
No, actually, this is Let's Talk FGO, your one-stop shop for FGO news and more. Hello, I am one of your hosts, Omega, and I will be your raid captain today. And with me, as always, my co-host, Lucky. He is our healer, and your life is in his hands.
Oh, that is a horrible place for it to be. But, regardless, I hope everyone is enjoying Fate Grand Order, aka raid bosses are made of materials. And while we here at Studio Omega like to bring you the latest in FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for both the JP and EM version of the game, so anyone not wanting spoilers should try and keep their memories straight.
Mm-hmm. So that was actually take 2. I futzed up the first take, and so I clapped my hands really hard to, wake myself up, and my hands are stinging now. I should have given it less beans. Anyway.
Also, yes, that is very true. When Lucky is a healer, there is much more betrayal. Listen, everyone, don't play Final Fantasy XIV with Lucky when he's playing a healer. You'll die. He'll just let you die.
Are you out of line? Are you out of formation? Are you fucking it up? Die. Alrighty. Speaking of dying, not us, but that raid boss though. Actually, not dead though. As of this recording, when this goes live to public, I don't know where we'll be at, but we'll see. Okay,
we will.
But we've done all the intro and stuff, and I want to remind everybody this episode is brought to you by our patrons who are very much alive and are not made of materials. Adam Harp, Ahanga Comics, Akakazi Yube, Architect 10, Blackstar G, Carlos, Qua, Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Kylie Denton, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Charvor, Shawnee P, some guy named Bob, Soto-san, over 24 and 723. If you like what we do and want to see doing more, consider supporting us on Patreon. You can get access to episodes early and lots of other goodies, and it really helps us out. Thank you for your support.
Thank you.
List. Well, I do actually want to thank some people for my support list, but that's a different matter. You little bitch baby giving me Buster down. It's like he knows. It's like he knows that Kentucky's my guy. Whatever, I'll do a brave chain. You'll die. You're dead. You're dead to me.
Dead. You and your friends are dead!
You and your friends are dead. Anyway, enough movie meme quotes. Let's very quickly check in with everybody's favorite Kohai Mash.
Yay!
Senpai! 起きてください.
That's right, everybody. It's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai Rank Singer for pro tips. And actually today I don't have anything. Enjoy your raids.
Bye!
Well, I do have a follow-up. I do want to let you know if you're budgeting your raid level, or if you are one of the handful of people who is not at the raids yet, because I don't know what you might have had a busy week, like people I know.
Hey, I'm one of those people you know.
Correct, yes. If you're thinking about investing in the raids, remember QP is dumb. So if you farm a bit, if you're low, you can get a decent amount out of it. That's what people are primarily doing. You get, usually at least 1 2k drop, if not 2 or 3. So, people are getting, 600 to 800,000 before CE enhancement. So, it's a good way to farm QP, but even though QP is dumb, it's not that dumb. You're not gonna blow through that much unless you're going for 10, 10, 10s or Grail, so unless you are, working for future plans, a lot of people I know have heavily budgeted this out. You don't actually have to go that hard. Everybody should obviously still do the raid, because, well, I want to finish the fucking story so I can get my grade permanently, so I can stop yelling at me. But, you don't have to go as ham as people I know, some of whom are already in the triple digits. Spoilers, Omega is not in the triple digits and may not get there by the time the raid is dead, but he also spends QP differently than most people. I usually spend a little bit as I need it, and I don't, a lot of people I think spend QP until they're out of QP a lot of the time, and just don't have a stockpile. I'm usually more slow because when I'm just doing Ascensions and stuff, I really don't want to be cock-blocked, so I tend to spend it a little more sparingly, but, oh man, there's blue cookies in this raid. My baby.
Honestly, once I get done with the raids, I might have to go back to, I think it's the very first one, but they drop blue cookies there, blue caster cookies, and I'm just
Yeah, that's another big one. That's a hot button issue.
Yeah, we're right there.
Drops are good. All right. Let's move right into Records from the Throne, a regular achievement topic, which is maybe why Omega needs blue cookies. Because I have protected Gray and Astrea's smiles. Thumbs up.
Hey.
God bless double XP.
Actually, no, it's crazy because it's double XP and increased
and extra suck chance, yeah.
Yeah, so no, my Gray just went swoop.
Yeah,
because
I had a very positive experience with extra suck chance with Astrea. Much burr.
So on Lucky's side, so as you can guess, yes, my Gray is also level 80. Much protect. It's when she starts being all shy and shit. I'm like, oh no, this poor sweet child. Let me just cram embers down your face. But on the other side, so I've been rolling a few of the tickets I've been getting, and on one of my tickets, I rolled my NP4 Nesha, and instantly my brain clicked. I went, the time is meow, and I did a 10 spin, and unfortunately for me, the time was meow, and I was able to get an. Wait, I'm gonna say Australia, Omega, Australia, and why done it?
Yes, I know. The extra E is a fucker. Right.
Unfortunately, I've not been able to put anything into my new ruler, but we'll get there.
But that's also why I need blue cookies, because rulers, baby, they need many of everything.
Okay, Black Grail. How dare?
Oh, you're doing that one. Oh, it's so fun. I can't. We're gonna do it after the mailbag break, and we'll probably do full mailbag because wow, there's no fucking news, guys. Do you want news this weekend? No. But I love this event so much. I hate some of these fights, but some of it's so good. Oh, I do some good shit here. Okay. All right. Well, we have no evil this week, but we do have master missions, like we do every week. So I want to ask you really quick. Did you finish your master missions? To finish your master missions this week, the week of something of May, a week to a week. Y'all need to perform 30 FP summons. You need to defeat 5 servants, then defeat 10 servants, defeat 15 rider, caster, or assassin class enemies, not servants or bosses. Complete 5 quests and then complete 10 quests. Normally, this is where I do a joke about do the event, and especially with that cheeky baby cavalry class one in there. But, actually, no, just do fucking anything. Defeat servants and complete quests. Can you do that in a week, guys? Gosh, I hope so. Damn it, this... Ooh. Oh, but I need the plug suit. He keeps giving me the buster down. Yes, I am doing raid runs while I speak. That's how brain dead this is. Double Merlin, Kentucky, go brrr.
I'm going brrr other places.
Yeah, Lucky... I mean... Do you want to talk about that? It's not really in All the World's Evil, but do you want to mention that you're not to the raid yet, and why?
Well, I mean, you said it, but yes, I am not to the raid yet. I am in the... Oh, God, what section is it? I don't even fucking know. I'm in the middle of battle, so I can't check. I'm in the section...
Technically, it's not a section. You're in the space between section, 9 and 10, where you got to do, 4 memory quests.
Yeah, and they're all locked behind, completely convoluted other missions. I'm just like, where am I?
Yeah, spoilers. This is the only thing I don't like about this event's design. The missions are all really simple, but the procedure to unlock missions that you can look at is bad and very confusing. It's not hard to do them, you just have no idea what you're making progress on.
Yeah. Well, also, Lucky kind of started the event a couple days late, and I've been on a slow burn for it. Not because I didn't want to do the event. I was usually pretty caught up with, story chapters as, I got to them. It's just, every time in those moments between, it was just and I'm gonna go do something else. I mostly blame Azure Lane for this, because they just had their new Pizza Fleet, event. And because they dropped that one of those NP ship for Amagi-chan, which is a small Amagi, which, just, shot through the heart. And I had to do that. So I actually had to spend the last couple days of the event going really ham on that. And I'm just all I have no time for FGO right now. But so now like I said, that event's over. I'm not, honestly, I talked on WhatsApp how I'm playing Arknights again. I'm not really playing Arknights. I just log in, make a roll, and see if I got Mudrock. And I'm like, nope, fuck it, I'm done. And leave again.
Yep.
I guess I can also blame the fucking Yokotaro and Final Fantasy 14 hole, which are sometimes the same fucking thing.
Yes.
I
do know that we'll talk more about this WhatsApp, but I did do another Gorilla stream because we curtailed D&D early that week for a reason which I may or may not talk about. But basically, short version is we have a player coming back next week because finals are over, and so Vesper our DM was like, actually, I don't really want to go forward because I'd kind of like the other player to be here, so we don't have to explain this twice. And we were like, okay. But Loth was not able to join us for that because he was with you doing Final Fantasy 14 raids.
Ah.
So yeah, you've been busy.
Yeah. Actually, hang on. Now that I've mentioned that, I gotta go post my fucking Yokotaro meme because I love it. I think it's great.
Now, luckily, so some people may or may not want to get conspiracy theorist with the raids. I don't think there is a conspiracy theory. Historical facts exist. If you go back in time and look at it, when JP did this raid, the raid boss was about 30 million lives less, and they did do it in about a day. Now, why they did it in about a day, not only were there way less lives, but also, which, by the way, if we had the original number, we would already be through. We're at 33 million defeated now, so, like, we'd be through that already and be a change of the next one anyway. But first of all, y'all need to remember that collabs are launched during Golden Week. It's kind of an excessive amount of holidays in Japan. There's not a lot of working or school going on. And also, I do believe I've been told by sources that the raid refresh actually occurred in the middle of the day, like in the middle of the morning, as opposed to at midnight for most of us, the middle of the evening. Which
that was a lot of...
Good?
Oh, no, sorry. I'm just like, man, that's a lot of Void dust. Irie, what you been smoking? Fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of funny drops on these. You get a lot of Void dust from that fight, because I think that's how that ends in the actual event. But, yeah, no, so... Like, the reason why JP ended it instantly is because Delightworks severely underestimated the free time of their player base. Like, just imagine that if we started an event at, like, 9 a.m. on Memorial Day weekend or something, when nobody is fucking working, there's no school, it's the middle of the day, as opposed to, starting in the middle of the night on Thursday in finals week. Which is probably why the raid is not done yet. Which is okay, because I know some people were actually, like, working or doing school and are not available until the weekend to get into it. So, it's fair enough. Fair play. That said, I do not believe there is some kind of conspiracy that, like, Delightworks is stopping us from completing the raid. They just were not idiots and gave us the Big Boy Life raid, having learned their lesson from JP.
Honestly, like I said, I'm not there yet, so I would like to at least get some reps in. Thank you very much.
Well, and I'm sure that's why they gave him the extended lives in JP, was because whoever was, like, free that first day, they nuked the 20 million, and then it was like, well, shit, we can't have it last, 12 hours, then what if people were, like, asleep or something? What if they were on a day trip, the players missed the chance?
I mean, we definitely have had raids, where they open up in, like, the middle of the night, and by the time people would wake up, they're already gone and done. You're just like, well...
APOC was a big one of those. Those raids were over, like, immediately. I think I literally slept through one wave of raids once. So, yeah, no, it's definitely got to do with the lives. I don't think it's, like, an artificial thing. I think it's, like, they gave us a beefier raid boy.
Mm-hmm.
No, not that. Switch teams. But, yeah. Oh, and I don't actually, maybe I should have put this in Records of the Throne, but I just realized it. I did hit Master Level 142.
Oh, nice.
Because of this. I got a free AP refill.
Well, if we're talking about that, I think I finally hit level 10. Oh, yeah, I hit level 10 in Mages Association.
Oh, nice.
So, that takes a while.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I've had that one done for a while, but it was like my favorite of those 3 Mystic codes, so that makes sense. My plug suit's only level 5 because of the raid. But we're working stuff. It's fun. There's a lot of EXP to go around. I'm trying to get Mordred to Bond 10. Okay. Well, let's talk through the news that's not news. Who am I kidding, actually? One of these is actually very interesting. I like it. But it's not, like, super hard-hitting news. So we have 2 bits of NA news. There's no JP news this week. There was no secret banner number 3, as far as I can tell. There's, like, 3 days left in the event. If there were, like, horrific last-minute story spoilers, I didn't see them. People were too busy yelling about the upcoming story spoilers for this event that I had to stamp down a lot. Guys, just don't say the name until the raid goes live. Don't show any pictures of the boss. Don't say his name. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted was for you just to hold it in until the raid started. Now that the raid started, well, fucking nothing can be held in. And well, yeah, it's gonna be in the titles. Spoilers for the people watching this live. It's gonna be in the title of this episode because how could I not? But once we're over the hump, it's fine. But man, in that week leading up to it, people found it really hard not to say a name that's completely unnecessary for discussing the raid. Anyway. Our team was working overtime. But, yeah, there was no super spoilers for, like, GP in there or anything, so,
Okay, I can finally continue with the quest.
Oh, yeah, some people say that, like, it's being botted. I don't think they need to bot it. I do believe it is actually, like, it's the weekend. Oh, yeah, no, actually, somebody brought up the original, we'll say the name, the original BARBATOS raid, because he gave you the best mats. That's why he's always the demon pillar that dies first in every server.
Mm-hmm.
That was also another one that was, like, over. Like, I think I was alive when the original BARBATOS was at, like, 50%, and then I went to sleep and he was gone. The mats were delicious, though. Delicious mats. Did you give me Buster down this time, you freak? No, thank God. Kentucky, go back.
Freak!
But yes, the news. NA news number 1. Can you tell there's not a lot of news, guys? Serious faff time down here.
Hey, I love faff time.
So, NA's doing a campaign for the OST3 release.
Hey.
It happens the 9th, so in 2 days. The in-game OST will be updated through Lost Belt 3. That's great.
Mm-hmm.
It's a banger. Also, we got an interesting one. The personal coaching CE will be added to the MP shop. This is the Master EXP one, so 1% Master EXP, 3% if you pick it on support, increased to 5 and 15. So this is kind of important because, Master EXP is kind of bullshit at higher levels, but not as big of a deal as the, Bond ones and stuff. But still, interesting. It'll be interesting because technically those should overlap because this is, the 9th of May, whereas the other one doesn't come in until, or rather, it doesn't rotate out until June. So, yeah. The real life OST 3 goes on sale the 11th. But it's a thing. It's news. Those 3 Lost Belts and intervening events, of course, had some pretty nice tunes, so, we can jam out to certain things in the OST.
Yeah!
Always good to see it upgraded. Then we also got another interesting announcement. I do believe this was, today or last night or something, but we're doing the class banner and an AP campaign, running from the 9th to the 25th. So, the class banner will rotate through every class plus extra. I think it lasts a couple of days. The usual class-specific banner stuff. Permanents and story locks are available on each banner, except Estrella, because she won't technically be permanent until after this thing is started, even though extra is the last rotation. Don't ask me how they program it. This is technically bait, but if you are hunting some of those rare story locks, this may be your one good opportunity for some of those rare raid ups, so keep an eye out. We also get quarter AP on all story quests for Epic of Remnant, and half AP on first clear of all free quests until the 23rd. I don't really know why, but it exists. Yes, if you need your extra copies of Salieri, this is another great time. He will be the only one to show up in that banner. You can roll oops all Salieri. But that's it. That's the entirety of the news.
Wow.
Yeah. We got the raid going on, so this event won't be done for a while. We know technically what's coming immediately next. That may or may not run on its own. Obviously, it won't be the full... Much like I said with the pre-release campaign, there's no way that something new won't happen way before the 25th, right? That's
right.
Very close to our anniversary. We have a couple of things, closer to our anniversary month. We got a lot of things to get out of the way. We had this discussion briefly pre-mic. I think we need to make space for an extra 2 weeks of stuff. There's 2 weeks of stuff we need to compress. Yeah, Mayho should probably occur next. I believe that is between Case Files and LB4. Now, Mayho is interesting. I do believe they give you 2 weeks to do it, but there's only 1 week worth of story every day. It runs a lot like Kogetsukan. There's just every night there's a new story node you complete, and it takes 5 AP. So they will probably run some other campaign with it. A lot of people are predicting hunting quests. I don't know for sure. It could also be another interlude campaign in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have to see. I don't think they'll do all 3 because that's a lot. Maybe they'll do hunting quests 1 week and then interlude the next week because, like I said, Mayho technically runs 2 weeks, so that could be an interesting way they catch up. But yeah, we need to do a little bit of extra hoof in it. But in JP time, this was a very nothing time period leading up to Lost Belt 4. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how we shake out. But with that out of the way, that means that it is time for everyone's favorite segment, Mailbag.
Mailbag! Yes, everyone, it is time for this week's Let's Talk FGO. I'm pretty sure I flipped that, but whatever. FGO Mailbag, the segment where we, meaning me, read you, talk about all you guys, things that you send in. It's great. I love it. Do it every week.
Yep.
Actually, how's the back half of this looking?
I mean, we'll talk about the event, but we're lucky we're literally 21 minutes in.
Yeah, fuck it, we're doing full mailbag. It's full. I didn't think it was going to be full, but hey, here we are.
Even if we want to talk for an hour about the front half of Case Files, yeah, no, we're not doing anything.
All right.
Let's go.
So, let's go brrr. We have 26, and we will get through them all, unless you offend me highly, and I'll yeet it into the abyss as it deserves. Yeet. But we begin right meow. This first one comes from Suna, who's doing the Yokotaro wave from the floor. I'm I have seen enough of this wave that I could pick it out in a crowd. It's very, very Yokotaro-ish. But they say, how's it going, guys? It's going alright. Hope the week has been kind and the weekend will be relaxing. May your gotcha, with a T in there, rolls be blessed, my dudes. Well, thank you very much. Lucky is still completely and utterly broke. Will be even more broke unless he starts cutting some costs. He might have to start living that, what's the word I want to call it? Designer, top ramen life.
Into the ramen.
Yeah, just gonna take some top ramen, you're gonna add some fixing, you're gonna make it look fancy, you're still crying inside, though. Oops, screw that up. But, regardless, we move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from Dying Minisili from laughter while writing the second chapter of the story. You can't see my head tilting, but trust me, just angles there. I'm gonna assume you meant dying mentally and your hand just spasmed. That's what I'm assuming. But they say, hey guys, hope this week's been fine for you, both of you. It's been aight. Anyways, I just came to say hi, and the alias was just something that happened earlier this week. Nothing to really worry about. I mean, if your hand's spasming and gets to try to type on a keyboard, I'm a little worried. But thank you very much. This next one comes from the mind-numbing cacophony and silence that loves a presence on every piece of charcoal. I, Steve, have returned. Well, you can just go right back from whence you came. I say good day.
Return?
I said good day! But they say, hey, lucky to make. Hope the two of you are doing well, and Reines didn't rinse you too much if you decided to roll for her. I did a 10 spin, but I really wasn't expecting to get her.
I hit my real life 1400 days, so I got some of my SQ back.
Hey. They continue on with, I recently decided to plot out my rolls for the next year, and while I'm glad I have ample SQ, to attempt rolling for Summer, Kiara / Bryn, and Castoria, a support I actually like. Damn you, Scotty! I think our support of the anti-Scotty conspiracy grows. It's good. It's good. I've had to make the decision to skip Muramasa for my true world-ending dragon waifu. My question is to you, which servant are you looking forward to the most next year? While content next year is sparse, there are still quite a few big hitters coming out next year with Yang, Kira Archer, Audi, Dio Twins, Himiko, etc. Not including Summer or Xmas. P.S. I need to purge my support list of Scotties. P.S. 2. Hey Omega, since you like Yu-Gi-Oh, have you ever considered playing Duel Links?
Oh, you want me to answer that right now? I thought you were going to read this one more.
Oh, there is one more. PS5. Have a great weekend. It was the line break. The line break threw me off.
Yeah, there's an extra line break. They tried to hide. Yes, I've thought about Duel Links. I don't have time to play a Yu-Gi-Oh gacha game with its own metagame as well. I have enough fun playing with my friends. If you guys want me to become a Duel Links YouTuber, get me to 5,000 subs.
Jesus.
This is my thing. This is my thing now. I threaten people. I've already said if we get to 10k subs, I'll do a ludicrous Yu-Gi-Oh art review stream, because I said I would do numbers at 10k, and the numbers is a series of literally 100 cards, only it's not just it's lucky they're literally numbers, so like number 1, etc., and they go to like number like 110, but it's not just them, because they've got lots of alternates, so it would take us a long fucking time, but I'll do it. I double dog dare you. Get me to 10k subs. Fight me. So yeah, if you want to do more, get us to big subs. I remember my promises.
Big sub energies. Oh, I'm talking about your OG. Lucky's mostly in it for probably Yang and Himiko right now.
Let's see. Next year. Well, I'm actually. I think technically this person's assumption of what a year is maybe off a little, because they're talking about like deep next year shit, which is over 12 months from now. Yeah,
there's a difference between an actual calendar year and I was going to say Yu-Gi-Oh! And the FGO year. Yeah,
Muramasa is New Year's is 2 New Years from now technically. So yeah. That's a little a weird way. That's also not a calendar year either, but fair enough. You're doing your sorting. For me, so depending on the timing and stuff, I'd really like to go for Mao, and then I really am gonna try, but we'll get shitloads of courts the anniversary for Lil Da Vinci. And then we got Summer right after. We'll see how crazy that goes for my bank account. I'm obviously aiming for Space Ishtar later this year. And I think that's most of the big stuff from this year.
For sure.
From like the rest of this year. This calendar year, anyway. Talking about stuff early next year, Odysseus is definitely on my list. That's the only one that jumps out, even though I think he and Dioscuri are both permanent. Carlos, who are you talking to? Who are you talking to right now? You're talking to me and Lucky. What makes you think I'm gonna try
if they
hard
came out,
on
like,
my
with,
Saint
like-
Quartz for Arjuna altar? You think I'm gonna spend money on that?
I'm not.
Are you high?
Like, honestly, I'm pretty sure I'm skipping all of LB4's banners.
Because we're gonna be compressed.
Like, nothing to-
Go ahead. No, several people are typing.
If one person says, but the meta, I will slap them.
I'm doing fine with just a Kentucky and a Raikou. Oh, yeah.
I mean, as much as I despise him, I do have MP5 Vlad.
Like, no, you're talking to the wrong people. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
You know.
What do you mean big? Like, I don't care. He's just a little guy to me. Whatever.
He's super mega giga meta. Whatever. Cynicism mode on. I'll slurp up all your views and all your ad rev that you're gonna do when you watch Wanted Arjuna, internet. But I don't really give a fuck.
Nope.
I will probably do something on that banner for Asclepius because he's cool in Greek and he's story locked because they hate me. We were talking. I think you got cut off, but you were like talking about like due respect to other people. That first banner has Ganesha on it, and William Tell is pretty cool as well.
Yeah. No, listen. Like right now, Lucky's all in about like Super Saiyan God fucking Karna right now in that costume. That's why I was like, every time Karna had a chance to show up, I'm like, give it to me. And I got him.
Story costumes are sick.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. But no spoilers, but also, from what I know, I doubt it. But also, don't spoil.
I'll fight you.
No, well, I mean, Legendary's not even typing right now, but I'm just like, if anybody else thinks about going in there. But Mao's a big target for me right after that.
Yeah,
and
I'm
like Ganesh is cool, but everybody on that first banner is permanent anyway. It's mostly like Asclepius I gotta worry about, because he's story locked.
Ow.
And... Because, hey, guess what? Arjuna Alter's going to be super cool in the meta and stuff. That means I could just steal him from you on supports, nerds.
Nerds!
Like all the Scotties I don't need.
Nah,
By the way, also, I want to throw this out there. Like, I mean, I know we mention him a lot, but it's because I talk to Axe for a lot of things. Like, I'm in 2 gaming groups with him, technically. I do the Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing with him, so we talk a lot. He actually was like, he was like kind of concerned for me about like my scarcity eating of Scotties, and I'm like, no, Axe, you don't understand. My friends list still nearly full, So it really doesn't matter. Like I have plenty of people coming in. Yes, are a decent number of those friends requests from little tiny baby children, but they give me FPL the same. So
Yep.
Anyway, I hope we've answered all your questions.
I was gonna say something, I forgot about it, but I don't think it was important. So we move on. So thank you very much. This next one comes from a cheeky bastard, and they say, comment. Hey, Lucky Omega, hope you guys are feeling well, or if you aren't feeling well, I hope for your swift recovery. By the way, sorry for my aliasception in my alias. I wanted to be cheeky one last time before switching back to my usual alias. No one will ever fucking know what it is, because I'm not reading it. Suffer.
Got him.
Question. So, in Reines' third ascension, she says, I'm your servant, so I wouldn't mind changing into Western or Chinese outfits to suit you. Which has people taking her up on that offer and putting her in a variety of outfits for comedy and fetish purposes. So I asked, what outfits would you want to put Reines in and why? Example, I want to put her in a maid outfit because I saw a picture of her being embarrassed in one and found it cute. Put her in a giant fluffy kigurumi.
Oh, just turn her into sleepover Reines?
Yep.
I mean, you can't go wrong with a classic maid outfit.
No, you really can't.
We could turn her into a magical girl?
That'd be powerful too. Magical sass. Wait, no, that's too close to magical ass. No, bad Lucky.
Magical volumen. Also
No, magical Mercury.
Yeah. Also
Perfect.
make Trimao a magical girl too.
Yeah.
Trimao best girl.
Mm-hmm.
She thinks she's a robot made from the future.
I like that she has a maid form, but I also just like her bloop form. I don't even know what else to call it, where she's just like blob. I'm like, this is cute too. Excellent. Yes, I would love to. But we have answered that. So, thank you very much. We're going to move on. This next one comes from The Eternal Storm, who says, hey guys, hope this isn't too late. Question, what types of podcasts were servant hosts, and what will be the subject? Thank you for your time, and hope you're both doing well. Like, okay, so this is one of those questions where I'm not necessarily mad at it, but it's like, I don't know if I want to
expect.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, there's a lot of, like, obviously Maeve and Maeve run the Coup podcast. It's a Kukulin spotting podcast. Sometimes they invite Scotty along and she doesn't know what the fuck's going on. And
I swear I saw a fucking post about this once upon a time about servants and their fucking YouTube channels. I'm trying to remember it. I remember Ozzy was on it, and he was just someone who's just spending fuck tons of money and laughing at everybody. And then there's Ozymandias on the other side doing the exact same other thing, just also mocking Gil.
Yeah.
But, like, honestly, like...
Yeah, the Benny Enma cooking podcast.
That'd be great. I'd listen to that.
Binging with Benny Enma.
Honestly, nah. I wouldn't mind a Scheherazade podcast where she just reads me bedtime stories. I put that ASMR
she would absolutely do that. Yeah, she'd do an ASMR bedtime story.
Fuck yeah, that'd be the greatest.
One of those, sleep zen relaxation podcasts.
Yeah.
Now, here's a very important question: Whomst would have the true crime podcast? Because there's a lot of those. Who would it be? I feel kind of like Sherlock wouldn't actually want to do a true crime podcast. He would be both too annoying and also would just be annoyed by not just solving the fucking crime. Like, who would be the most?
I think Moriarty could do it.
Moriarty. I mean, he's got the voice for it.
He's got the voice for it, and despite being an evil. Oh yeah, there it is. Oh, FGO players. Wait, that's not the wrong one. But despite being like, kind of a sinister old man, he's usually he's kind and friendly and outgoing in his own way. Like, what I'm pretty sure what he would do. Actually, I know exactly what he would do. He would do a podcast where he gives you a mystery, but he wouldn't tell you the answer, and he'd tell all the audience to solve the mystery and get back to him. And then he'd reveal the answer. Or not. Who knows? Mm-hmm. That'd actually be pretty baller.
Yeah. Like, not a true crime, but more of like an interactive podiobook. Hey, Internet, do you remember podiobooks? I think we just call them audiobooks now. No offense to the podiobook scene, by the way, but it was very silly.
Waver could do true crime, maybe.
Yeah, Waver would do the true crime podcast. Actually, yeah, that's it. It would be the Case Files team. It would be Waver would host, Gray would be like the audience substitute to ask questions, and then Reines would be there just to be funny, to be a gremlin.
I think that'd be pretty good. Special guests all the time. Well, actually, I think we got a few solid ones. I think we can leave it at that. No need to overtax ourselves.
Mordred runs the Artoria podcast.
Mordred runs the I'm Totally Better Than the King podcast. All
right.
We move on. So, thank you very much for that. This next one comes from Moon is freaked out because she missed classes twice where she had to do final group project presentation and feels incredibly guilty. Also, new account with my actual name. Nice. I think. Maybe. Okay. Cool. Question. Hope you're both doing well. You're doing alright. As you can currently see, I feel like banging my head on the wall like that one Ace Attorney villain. Anyways, is there a foreign dish you always wanted to try? Yeah, plenty. There's a lot of Asian food I want to try. It's just, I don't want to usually go out and get. I want to make it myself. I totally blame today's menu for this. I'm gonna be all like, I'm just looking at him, just all like, what the fuck is dashi? Then I look at dashi, I was like, oh, this shit's baller. But then I'm like thinking I should make it, and I'm like, I ain't got time for that.
Anyone can cook.
Anyone can cook. Anyone can cook, but not everyone will cook. If you become that person that can cook, you are suddenly elevated in the eyes of everybody. Especially if you feed them. Man, people like getting free food. I swear to fucking God.
People do like food. Which is, I'm talking about people like free food. This is honestly why I don't have a good answer to this question. No, not really. I like very rarely I will see something on like TV or a YouTube channel and be like, man, that looks cool. But then it passes. My relationship with food is often very love-hate. Because I can go like, when I'm focused on something, I can go hours and hours without eating. I have freaked out a couple of people in our Discord before being like, oh yeah, no, we've been talking for like, 4 hours. Do I need dinner? Nah, I don't care. That's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'll get ramen later. Instant ramen. So no, I can't. Most of that stuff just passes me by, so I can't think of any examples. I'm sure like I've seen something that has been quote unquote foreign. I've been like, that's neat, and then it just left. It left me. It left me so I could eat some saltine crackers and some chocolate chip cookies.
No, Lucky's the opposite. Sometimes I see them like, I'm gonna fucking make that. Like every time we go to the fucking Korean market, it's Korean market, but they sell all the Asian foods there. It's just mostly Korean owned. Like they have a dude who has a fucking taiyaki maker, and he makes traditional taiyaki with it. But then he also puts like fucking like cream and then mozzarella cheese in this. I'm like, holy shit, I need a fucking taiyaki maker. I haven't bought one yet. Did I say Mark?
You started and then you stopped yourself to be like, oh, I don't know if it's the Korean market, but you did technically stop yourself mid-sentence, but
I'm sorry, I'm a little stream of consciousness right now. But yeah, no, like a lot of things I learned how to cook and whatnot, it's just because I saw it on TV. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking make that. It's like that's why I make my fucking staple of rice balls. Like everyone except one fucking person's like saying it's like I'm gonna make some rice balls, and this all of a sudden a line of people's like, I want a rice ball. I'm like, okay, but like that's how I learned how to make cottage pie. I learned how to make fucking.
Sorry, somebody in chat's just like jelly donuts. Localization.
Oh, but no, like there's a lot of things I learned how to cook just because I saw it on TV. I'm like, I'm gonna make that. I feel like I need to make jelly donuts that look like rice balls now. I bet I fucking could.
You can easily do that.
I'm totally gonna do that. If someone hasn't done that, there's a missed opportunity here. Tony Kaku, we should move on though.
Yeah.
Oh, Chef BK did it? Okay, someone has done it. All right, nice. Excellent. That's all I need to know.
Actually, before we move on, I did think of something that may answer this question better. It's not a foreign food, but I think I've talked about before how I'm a huge fan of the show Hot Ones, which is an interview show with super hot spicy wings. Well, technically, some of these are actually some of the hot sauces are foreign, but I wouldn't mind trying the Wings of Death sometime just to see what it's like. Like, I'd regret it, obviously, but sometimes you need to live a little.
Meh.
Lucky doesn't want to challenge the ghost pepper.
Not really. Like, here's the. That's great. Like it's only been like in the past few years that I've actually like had the acceptance of spicy foods. Like, oh yeah, like wasn't until my mid-20s I can actually I'm actually like, no, I actually like spicy wings and whatnot. Like before that, I was all like, get that shit out of my face.
I mean, yeah, I've always personally liked regular hot wings. I don't eat them at like high temp normally because I'm trying to enjoy my fucking food. Yeah, I said it, but I wouldn't be averse to like experimenting, especially because I've heard people go on and say, "Oh, some of these weird sauces are kind of cool." They make some shit in there. But anyway, I'll get lucky to cook the wings, and I'll eat them. That'll be our collab for this.
Suffer. Anyway, we shall move on. Thank you. This next one comes from The Raid Train Has No Brakes. You see this lever? This was the brake lever. Yeet it. It's gone.
Wrong lever.
But they say, Dear Loki Omega, what is up with the Sassy's Lost Child? Can't wait for true first impressions of case files and maybe some raid stories. Keep up the good work. No, you keep up the good work. But thank you. And we move on. This next one comes from, let's see how many times BARBATOS gets bonked to horny jail by Ilya.
Is that? No, I think that's is that enough L's? Too many L's?
I feel like, isn't that an extra I? It's wrong. I know it's wrong. I see it and my brain goes, this is not how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I think it's only one I. It's one I, two L's? Yes, it is. One I, two L's.
So it's Ilya. Ilya? I don't know. What?
Not
wait.
Ilya. Not that I'm great at double consonants all the time. Somebody did actually remark in the comments of last time about our generally awful pronunciation of Chinese, and I was like, listen, bruh, I can't help you. I don't know. And they were like, no, it's Zhuge Lang. It's supposed to be written out, and I think the way they phrased it was like in the actual Chinese characters, it's written like there's a space there, or maybe it's a separate character, and I'm like, that would be so much more helpful. If you made it 2 words, I could actually know it's Zhuge Lang.
Zhuge.
It's supposed to be 3 syllables all told, and I'm like, but without that, how the fuck would I know? It doesn't make any the romanization doesn't make any sense. I don't know what these letters are for.
Like, real talk, like, I will apologize. I am horrible at speaking, but god fucking damn it, what do you expect?
I mean, yeah, we talk for 2 to 3 hours usually on average an episode. Yeah. So obviously we're not going to speak with the best dictions. But, yes, we're sorry if our pronunciation is awful sometimes. We try, but, some of these are just bad. Anyway.
Architect, I will slap you. Don't be posting that. What is that curse? Get out of here. We move on. Oh, yeah, that's right. We don't move on. We actually haven't finished this one. They say, hello, Lucky and Meg. I do not know if this has been asked or not, but what kind of events are your favorite? I.e. points ladder, mission ladders, etc.
I think we have been asked this before, but now I'm saying it again. It's just, I do actually prefer mission events usually. I'm usually pretty okay. Excuse me. I'm actually usually more in for points ladders. I mean, I want to say this. All types of events can be bad. Yes. We have had shitty points events and shitty mission events, right? Right. So, yeah, I think actually when the events are just good, it's a very narrow margin. I do genuinely, I think I prefer hunting for missions, but it's not a huge margin if the event is just not dog shit in general.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like these mission events, while they're a little convoluted, they're still fun. I enjoy the feeling of completing something and then having another mission pop up. That is a solid feeling.
Coming from the Gouda Gouda 3 rerun, I didn't even finish the main story. I got no rare prisms from that. My double Roma left. I think it's the first time I've ever had that happen. Just from how much of a motherfucker that one was, where it's like, oh, hello, you must kill this many little Nobus. Equip the spawn CE, so this will take you 5 million turns. Whereas the way this works is like, oh, you need to kill like maybe 10, 20 rare enemies tops of each type, and it's you always know when they're gonna spawn. If they don't spawn, it's just there's nobody extra in the wave, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's a lot easier and simpler, even if it is sometimes the order of operations is a little confusing, which we'll probably talk about again later.
Yep.
Yes.
So, with that, though, we move on. So, thank you very much. This next one comes from Sencho, etc., etc. They say, ahoy! Hope you're both doing well and enjoying the event. I am. I don't think I'm necessarily saying I'm upset or annoyed. I'm just a little
bamboozled.
I'm a little bamboozled, I guess. Like, I'm looking at my phone and like, I should be in the raids right now, but I'm not. And I don't know how to feel about that. But other than that, things are alright.
Luckily, you've got... Let me see. I can do the inverse math. It's 33 million destroyed, so that's what? 17 left? 17 million left? Yeah, ish.
Like right now, I'm doing the Dark Sea pip, and I'm about to go ham.
Yeah, that's
so
the last. That's the last one.
Yeah,
the Dark
so I'm
Sea
getting
scrap
there.
Unlocks it. So yeah.
Yeah.
Will Lucky get to the raid on camera? The answer is probably yes. It's gonna be. Probably. It's gonna be yes.
Yes.
So okay, moving on. Who's next?
Moving on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from someone juggling too many things. I know this feel. Do what's best for you. They say, question. Hope you guys got a chance to ring, got what you wanted, if you rolled or save, if you didn't. Oh, wait, I don't want to say diction. What's the term or phrase of how you actually say the sentence?
That might be diction. I don't know.
Is it diction? I don't know. Anyway, no, I did that wrong. It's like, question. Hope you guys got a chance to ring, got what you wanted if you rolled, or saved if you didn't.
Cadence is just the right word.
Yeah. But basically, it's the thing is, like, depending on where you place the influence in the sentence, you get, like, makes it actually flow better. Anyway. Quick one. Favorite tactician? Zulang, Waver, Simi, Reines, Chenggong, or somebody else? Peace. Listen, don't talk to me about fucking Chinese tacticians. I know nothing about them. I really don't.
I mean, out of the characters, Zhuge is just Waver, so Waver's cool.
Cadence? Cadence might be right.
But Chenggong was also pretty fun.
He was pretty keck, yeah.
As a tactician, like, Dallas is yelling right now. Like, Sima Yi's a motherfucker. Go watch Wanted, Sima Yi. Luckily, he takes a backseat to Reines most of the time. Other than when he's making her head spin around like an owl.
Little wild. Just a little bit wild. Listen, I necessarily don't have an answer. I really don't. So
I think I give the closest thing to an answer you're going to get out of me, so.
Mm-hmm. So, we move on. Thank you very much. This one comes from Form18. Who says, hello, Lucky and Omega. Which memory quest did you enjoy the most or have your vengeance/revenge on? P.S. Have a good weekend. Well, thank you, my dude. Right now, I am kecking heartily at the White Wall.
Yeah, the Gawain one, which is the White Wall one, is probably the funniest. Like, in comparison to how that was still a pretty tough fight, and just doing it again and just being like, oh, it's nighttime now. Like that's probably one of the best turnarounds.
And Gwen's just like, where's my gift? And I literally am standing behind him with my fucking Urala, Orion, and Squirtoria. It's just like, you dead.
Yeah.
You dead, son.
He doesn't even have, he's so outdated, he doesn't even have a break bar.
You
just nuke him.
It's great.
That said, I think story reactions, the Dark Sea one that Lucky's about to do is pretty wild, all things told. But I also love, there's no story before it, but yeah, somebody just brought up the MHXX one. After you do that one, when Reines is just like, okay, hold on, the fuck, and you're like, all right, you got to do the classic. Okay, so, like this is like Reines is a new FGO fan, and you have to explain some shit to her. So space cops are a thing. That's just
Oh,
God, that is so on point. I have had to do that conversation so many times with people, right?
Right.
Oh yeah, the fucking Blackbeard wave 2 also killed me. I was like, what the fuck are you doing here?
Blackbeard? No, it was that moment in the quest where, like, in the event where I realized, okay, someone's fucking with my memories. It was literally that moment.
Yeah, you're like, hold on a minute, wait a second. This isn't quite right. Like,
No.
I thought the Luluaha wyverns were just a gag. Clearly, though, this is tilted.
I was definitely on tilt. So,
I think it's got to be a run, though. The Samba Quetz one is probably the motherfuckeriest.
yeah, I guess I had to spend seals on that, and not even, like, no regrets. I'm just like, fuck it. Yeah, I guess what the intent was people to do is, like, apparently if you had a Bradamonte would get the event bonus, which makes sense. They do pull back these things, but at the same time, who's gonna have a Bradamonte out? Trust me.
No, who would think that?
Like, no, Samba Quetz was by herself. That was the
Yeah, that's the fuckery thing, right? It's got an extra chicken in it, and you're just like, what?
Fuck?
Yeah.
Shout out to that. I'm sorry. So during one of my runs of doing the Enmity, there's one where you fight tiny chickens. I had King Protea, and I died every time I see this little bitty chicken just run up on King Protea and just peck at her feet. I'm just like, oh my god, this chicken has no fear.
Is it also funny when you do the reverse and she just teleports up to them and just squishes them with her entire hand?
And you're just like, oh my god. KP, I love you, child, but oh my god.
KP goes from I'm baby to I'm kaiju in 60 seconds or less.
I'm definitely go with the same. But she's adorable the entire time. So
they can we just say this now before we even get to discussing the event, since they brought up the memory quests. The people at Delightworks and the event writers, I assume, at Type Moon, no. They have picked probably the best event memories to have about stuff. Like, they have hit a lot of our major event series and a lot of obscure shit and a lot of dumb, funny boss fights.
Oh, yeah.
But alright, I think that's everything then.
I think that's everything. So we shall move on. The next one comes from Dave at Salvatores, who says, do you ever think they'll increase Mystico levels? No, they'll just make new ones. Moving
I don't
on.
think so. They'll just make new ones. Yep. Next meme.
Thank you. Thank you. We move on. This next one comes from King of Apples, who now has over 800 of those gold bastards. What are you doing with your life?
With them? Do the raid, you nerd. This is why you save apples. Verily, though, what did they ask of us? Forsooth.
Let's see. Query. My recent spook by Artorio, whilst rolling for event ends, has fine thinking. No, I ain't gonna do that. What pulls have you made you think you should have been really excited but weren't? Anytime I get a fucking mineral.
Well, I mean, I don't think that's what they're going for. I think they're going for, like, when did you get a cool thing statistically but you didn't give a shit about? I'm trying to think. Most spooks are just offensive to me.
Do you know how much money I spend on this game? Do you know how many just random fucking SSRs I get?
Yeah, no, I mean, Lucky just lives that life. Hello, I've spent $300 on this banner. I have NP5 this SSR who wasn't on Raid Up, and NP3 this SSR who wasn't on Raid Up. I assume all those start to blur together.
Yeah.
I think my best story is my rolling for Summer Mordred the first time, because people were like people were trying to convince me it was cool. I rolled NP3 Tamamo, and I'm like, no, it's really not cool. I'm not having a good time, guys. And as much as over the 2 years it's been since then, she's come and clutch for me a lot. I'm still like, I every time I see a GSSR with Lancers, and I just stare at those little golden fox eyes, and I'm just like, I don't need to see your face. Don't you do it. I don't need any more. We're good. We're squaresies. You got MP3 Achilles to notice. No, I mean, he's permanent, so that kind of shit can happen. Oh yeah, 2 Tesla 6 tickets is another because that was tickets, that did actually excite me. I was bamboozled by that. I was rolling for Lancer Altar, but I was just like, did I just get an NP2 SSR and 6 tickets? The fuck? That still, I think, by the way, is my craziest amount of FGO luck. I get some good luck on tickets. Yeah, I get some good lucks on 1 or 2 10 pulls, but statistically speaking, that's the equivalent of a double SSR. Now that I think about it. Anyway, I think we answered your question to the best of our ability.
Yeah. Moving on, thank you very much. This next one comes from a man who loves traders. I feel like I want some context for this, but that's another time. They say, hello, Lucky Mega, long-time viewer here. I was wondering how exactly catalysts worked and what catalysts are used in animes and visual novels. Possible teach me topic. Anyways, thanks for making my FGO grinding less boring, and I wish I should have pushed read more, but I didn't. You luck on your rolls. I don't think there's enough on, like, actual. I mean, like, a list of catalysts.
I know they said, oh, we want to know what catalyst. Look it up. You can check this out, actually. Like, search for catalysts or servants on the Titan Moon Wiki. You'll find a list because those people are, well, they have way more free time than I do. That said, we've definitely done a Teach Me on servants before, so, like, you can probably find the basics of catalysting there. It's not really a Teach Me. I actually, I'm still gathering research, building up energy for future Teach Me stuff. I've actually got a couple of interesting suggestions over the past weekish, so we may actually come out with some ideas. Some people have been for some actually like talking about some major lore characters and stuff just to see what's up. So, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, let's see. Looking on here, there's like only 25 entries on Catalyst, and there's way more than 25 servants. And some of them you'll fucking know.
Excuse me. Catalyst is a step that's rapidly gone out of importance since FGO launched, but arguably hasn't been necessary since Extra.
Yeah, I still think Night Wars of the British Empire is the most hilarious. God damn it, Flat. Fun fact, in Strange Fake, Flat summons the servants by using a replica toy knife from a game.
Yeah, Flat is a mad lad. which is why his servant is described as Jack the Ripper fake. Because he used a fake knife, but he still got a servant. It's almost like servants are bullshit.
Yeah. Who would have thunk?
Anyway, verily, let me make sure to load more. Okay, I think we got a decent chunk. Let's keep going.
I don't know if you're talking about an hour of setup. I mean, we're like mostly like
we're a solid hour into the show. We are at 59 minutes and 20 seconds of actual recording time. We are deep in the mailbag.
Deep.
Lucky is up to his elbow in that bag.
I'm getting paper cuts. It hurts.
Oh no, there are razor blades in the mail.
Ah! So,
just like there's razor blades in your candy. That totally happened.
People are mad. Anyway, we move on. Thank you. Next one comes from the man Simps 3, he who simps further beyond. I don't know how. Oh god, this is hilarious. Yeah, no, that happens sometimes. Hey, Lucky Omega, good week and good luck. Luvia destroyed my savings and still refused to come. But in my time of despair, the King of Knights came to my aid and she bring Tomoe, as a tag along. So all is well. Also, I finished all my missions, and I'm just waiting for the raid to open. Quick question. Favorite MASH costume? I was actually looking at her costumes earlier, and her second summer one, I'm all like, that's good. That's good. Also, did your bust size increase, girl? I'm curious. For science. I'm not sure.
I need the calipers.
And they end it with Arrivederci. Do you have a favorite MASH costume?
I mean, yeah, the second summer, the upcoming one is pretty good. Though, Bright Voyager is also pretty cool, especially because we've started the trend where we draw final ascensions, basically.
Yeah.
For costumes, that's pretty rad.
By the way, remember, Mash's summer one costume is not a final ascension. It's just her sprite.
No, it's her normal sprite with a swimsuit drawn on.
Yeah.
And I mean, to be fair, it makes sense. I don't think you could even get Mash to final ascension by the time the first summer happened, right? Because she's story progression. So it makes sense why. It's just that we are nearly 6 years of FGO in JP, so it's makes sense that a lot of time we've worked this down. But new MASH costumes goo. No offense to Ortonax, but also all offense to Ortonax because you took away my damage cut, you motherfucker.
You motherfucker.
Anyway.
You animals, you have incapacitated my... Why is it always when I have a stunned servant, that's the one they're deciding to have 3 cards in the next deck pool? Why?
I don't know. The computer might cheat. I'm not sure.
I think it does. Tanikaku. This next one comes from... This is a story about a guy named Lucky. Early morning, he wakes up. He's so lucky. He's a star. I feel like this might have been song lyrics, but I don't know the rhythm, so I can't sing it. But they say, question. Case file raids will hopefully solve your QP needs. If I get there... But we might have Hunting Quest soon after. Are you planning on going absolutely nuts on that and avoid possible futures material hell? Separately, how did you put the music into Wanted videos and not get copyright strikes?
Okay, question 1. Let's go ham. Maybe if I
Lucky
need
has
some
only
more
gone
time right
ham
now.
once in this, and he blew out everyone's expectations, then he died.
As for the wanted thing, so it's actually pretty simple. You've always been able to do short clips of things. I never do anything over 10 seconds, and I always make sure to edit it very carefully so that I don't leave too long a clear silence between the start and the end of the song clip. If you let that too long, and there are wanted videos out there, they're like, "Hey, wait a second, bruh. This is that song by Bon Jovi," and I'm like, "All right, you got me. You got me." That said, it's extremely rare for us to get copyright strikes because YouTube usually does a content ID first, and they're just like, "Hey, bro, you've been content ID'd. What do you want to do about this?" And I'm just like, cut it. Cut the song. Just cut it. Just cut the segment. All right, cool. Bye. So, yeah.
Yep. Alrighty.
I think this is the first... I don't know why I'm noticing it so much, but this is the first time I'm noticing just how hot having a pop filter is, because, like, all of my talking air just blasts me right back in my own face. I think maybe it's because I need a shave.
Maybe.
I'm a little fuzzy right now.
You don't like the blues. Anyway,
Luckily,
we move
my
on. Thank you very
parents are
much.
out of town for the weekend, so I can shower at like midnight. Shower and shave.
Yeah, best time to shower and blast your music. This next one.
Actually, I usually because I've got I live in Florida and my father works in emergency response, so he gets a lot of fun toys. I have a little waterproof phone bag that's supposed to be for like hurricanes and shit. I use it to watch podcasts in the shower.
Nah, my phone's just rated for underwater. My phone can just go like 3 feet underwater and be completely fucking fine. So I'm just like, whatever, we go. As again, Lucky has been listening to the trifecta of Emil versions from Nier Automata and Nier, and he's been dying.
Light motifs.
It's great.
Anyway, verily, let us move to the next question.
So, this next one comes from Bella Lisa Scotti. She's everywhere! Haha, not on my support list. But they say, hey there, Great Tempter Liquor and Ojo-san Omega. Ha. Hope the week has been well for you and you're both having fun with the event. Life's been pretty alright for me, and the event is actually more chill than I expected after Gouda 3. Although, I need to remember to hit the 3 more button, you fool. Oh god, there's so much more! Although it would have been even better if I could find a Merlin in my support list for the actual difficult quest and not have it be all Scotty. At least put Waver in there, people. Jeez. I think my Waver is mine.
Scotty has melted their brain. Waver, I believe, is my caster setup. I know some people... Oh, no, wait, no. I think I got Da Vinci in because I was like, everybody's going to put Waver. Maybe I should switch to Waver if Waver's not in my all. I think I'm going to run out of AP, so I'll double-check that after this quest. But yes, the Scotty conspiracy grows, and it's really not helpful if you can't double Scotty the raid.
I mean, technically I could double Scotty the raid, but I'm not.
Well, your own stubbornness, you may or may not have to work on that to double anything, because, Lucky, I gotta warn you, I don't think you're going to find a Tamamo anywhere.
Probably not. Probably not, but I got my own Tamamo. I have several support casters.
You'll be able to make your own bullshit, I'm sure, because you have a lot of tools.
I don't think Reko's gonna be able to pull this off. So, oh yeah. Anyway, question. Would you want to see DW implement some sort of command skill system, like being able to assign and swap different command spells for us to use? And what spells would you like to see implemented in our arsenal from the ones we've seen used in FGO or other Fate works? Personally, I really like the ability to expand I think you mean expend a command seal to swap one of the servants in your current party for one you have as your favorite, kind of like Zero Summoning Saber from afar through a command seal and UBW. Once again, have a nice week and hope your future gotcha rolls treat you both kindly. Same to you. Honestly, yes, I definitely would like a command seal ability swap function, but unfortunately, that's the thing is the command seal is supposed to be this super big, powerful,
we talked about the true magics before, right? The teleportation effect is really, really potent. I think actually the best way to do it mechanically, Lucky. Let me know how you feel about this. If you could spend one command seal to swap your team in the middle of a fight without resetting.
Oh, pick up a different party?
Yeah, just oh shit, this is completely the wrong party. I'll spend a command seal to redo this. That would be something that's not in a Mystic code, but would actually be helpful and probably worth spending a seal on.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, I died. Awesome. Damn you, Benkei.
You're doing the big Benkei fight. This is a motherfucker. I cruise controlled this. I did exactly double Merlin Ereshkigal and no back row. Spoilers, Earthquake can't get you if you have no back row. It does nothing.
That's probably where I fucked up then.
Yeah, if you want to try it, I'm sure you've got enough servants you could fit into the front. He's weak to nothing. He's Beast 2.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, he's weak to Angra with Bond CE if you have a Bond 10 to Angra, but Angra will still die.
Let's see. What's the? I have to think a little bit on this, but I'll get there. I'll be in these raids in a couple hours max, or not. But yeah, no, it's like I would definitely like some fiddly bits, especially if you like switching. I think would be the coolest is actually switching the abilities would actually change your command seal design. I think that'd be baller.
Ooh, that would be neat.
Yeah, because because command seals are often I find actually pretty interesting. Usually, from what I understand, they're kind of a reflection of the person and whatnot.
Yeah,
as
they're
well.
Related
So
to like your style, your history, and whatnot. And let's be real, like. Command seals are actually like pretty crazy in what they can do because of the way they're tied to orders. Like basically the way we spend command seals is we shout use your noble phantasm or don't die. The two most basic bitch command seal uses. And then they let you spend them to recovery, which is I believe that's been a thing since Extella, if not earlier in Extra. But yeah, I don't like an actual like teleport swap. I don't think it necessarily works for the fluff because we're already teleporting our servants, but also like B, I don't that's already on a Mystic Code is order change. So who knows? Like people are talking about doing the Benkei quest. Just let Aresh go. It's hard to debuff her, and she's got a lot of abilities to just if you keep raising your max HP, Chaos Tide can't get you.
Actually, I think I'm gonna try to pull out my KP then.
Ooh, yeah, that would work. I mean, you'd constantly be going up, and you'd only be taking neutral damage. What's your skill levels on KP?
Actually, what are my skill levels? I know I put some effort into her, but she's an alter ego.
If you do beat this quest and get access to the raids, you will get decent amount of repeatable QP. So,
hey KP, my daughter, where'd you at? You're at 666 MP2.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I don't think I'll make you go burr. Let's see here. Let's put aerial drive on you. Let's grab a waiver. I don't have him. I have a Merlin, but he's still level 1/1/1/1 because Jesus, I got a lot of servants. I could double waiver. Yeah, I think I'll try. Yeah, double waiver. I'm pretty sure I have a waiver. I have
a pretty decent damage cut. You can stop him from NPing.
Yeah.
Waiver goo.
Waiver goo. Man goo.
All right. Anyway,
where were we? I know where we were. Thank you very much. We move on. This next one comes from Mori, the Gouda Gouda 4 idol rapper, who is also a gentleman dad. So, raids goo? P.S. Spoilers bad. White face.
I feel like this is trying to get me to go on a rant about how people can't not spoil, but I'm pretty sure I already did that in the past hour somewhere anyway.
You did.
So, yeah. Raids goo.
Also, all of Ian's costumes are good shit. Was not expecting Cat Shark, though.
Cat Shark. I was expecting Cat Shark.
Well, in hindsight, I'm like, oh wait, no, it's obvious, but I don't watch Gura that much. I really don't.
No, Callie was great. I think Kiara's being a cat, especially considering she hasn't done an Am Cat video because she makes those dumb meme Am Frog, Am Dog, and I'm like, but not a cat yet. So that was just like kind of out of nowhere. Anyway, we're talking about VTubers, you simps. So yeah.
I'm putting that on the fucking drinking list. Talk about fucking VTubers. Take a drink.
That's fair. That's a fair drink.
But thank you very much. We move on. The next one comes from Sci-Fi Magic Rider Go Brrr, who says, "Dear Cyber Omega Dragon and Rescue Rabbit Lucky." Is there a Yu-Gi-Oh called a Rescue Rabbit? I forgot.
Yes, there is. That is a very, very infamous card. It was very meta.
Well, don't got much to say, so get your game on, have a nice day, and save the soul fire. I feel like I put that on the shirt. I mean, Lucky yesterday was fiddling around with some designs and stuff. Oh yeah, that's right. People did show me that. Was fiddling around with some designs and whatnot. Didn't actually get much done because I decided to make a Yoko Taro meme. I love it, okay?
Meme. It's a high quality meme.
But thank you very much, and make sure you save your soul's fire as well. I'm glad that I have gotten Soul's Fire to mean something in our community. This pleases Lucky. When did I even start saying that? I know I started saying it a long time ago.
Internet detectives, I challenge you. Go back through all our archives. Find which episode Lucky said pulls fire in first. No, this is not a blatant excuse for you guys to watch my videos more. It's a blatant excuse for you guys to do the research for me, because I don't got time to go through.
I do know there are some people who would just put them on play, but I feel like their efforts might be hampered a little bit. Because YouTube now will be all like, after you just leave it alone, for it's like, hey, you still playing? And I'm like, yes.
Are you alive?
You asked me this like, yeah, Liz, you asked me this like an hour ago. Yes, I'm still listening to these 3 videos on fucking repeat.
Oh, holy shit. Lucky, I'm wrong. Shout out to somebody on my friends list, Mahir. They've got a Tamamo, level 90, 6610, NP3, with a tea time, it looks like. So shout out to you. You have a Tamamo on my friends list.
I salute you. Oh, okay. Yep, so we move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from the guy who should stop spending the SQ mint for Space Ishtar. Yes, stop that. Listen. This is Ishtar. She likes the gems.
You gotta hold it in, buddy. You gotta swear the blood pact. Make the forbidden seal. It's okay. You can do it, brother.
The forbidden seal is you gotta put the heart over your heart. The heart hands over your heart. Too powerful. Anyway, they say, Green's lucky to make it. Hope you're enjoying the event. It's aight. My question is, if all of Arjuna Ultra's skill in NPREX, does it mean he has the highest tier of all skills, or are they just so wacky they can't be quantified by us? Thanks for the background noise you guys provide on my 1-hour drive to school and back. The answer to your quick answer is no, they're just fucking whack.
Yeah, that second one.
Yeah.
Number 2.
You gotta remember, EX skills technically aren't higher than A. They're just so fucking weird or circumstantial that they can't be quantified by a normal scale. If you want to go higher than A, you start going A+. Yeah. A double plus, A triple plus.
I believe A triple plus is canonically the highest rated stat for anything. It's just that EX rated things are so weird that they can potentially overcome A rank stuff, or they might just be Tawara Toda's infinite bag of rice, which is an EX rank noble phantasm.
Like, it doesn't do damage, but fuck, it's an infinite amount of rice. How do you rank that? It's infinite, but it's rice.
It's just rice. However, it's unlimited, which is not possible.
It's great.
Therefore, shrug.
So thank you very much. The next one comes from Onarios. I think that's how I say it. Dreamscape Simulator Terminator. Is that a Yu-Gi-Oh card?
No.
See, I'm in this fucking weird state where, because of Omega and his Yu-Gi-Oh content, anytime I see a weird collection of words, I have to mentally check myself as like, is that a Yu-Gi-Oh card? Because I don't fucking know. I literally don't know.
We're like I'm like, is this a motherfucking JoJo's reference levels right now?
Yes.
No, it's not a reference. I think they're just being funny.
Okay. It's like, Lucky is cognizant of the Yu-Gi-Oh! He knows some of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Eventually, he will get himself a full set of Dragon-Maid Yu-Gi-Oh! cards just because he fucking loves Dragon-Maid, and I want to be like, hey, Omega, I'm into what you're into too, which is Dragon-Maids. But, like, at the same time, I'm just like, I see, like, most of, like, the progression tournament stuff and, like, all people talking, I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's great. I'm glad that you're into it, but I'm not into it. So I'm going to sit here quietly and plan on how to make everyone fucking do an actual Metal Gear Solid mission and make them jump down to their fucking skivvies. By the way, I'm talking about this on WhatsApp. I'm totally making everyone ditch all their gear and we're going in fucking naked. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, I would caution you not to overcommit, but I can't say that I'm upset.
Well, we're not overcommitting. I got ideas, but no, we're not bringing all the fun toys.
Is this a bird meme with Lucky Yu-Gi-Oh?
No, it's
put Rescue Rabbit in his palm. Is this a Yu-Gi-Oh?
I could probably do that. I might.
I mean, I think that template is so plain anybody could do it. You can probably do it looking a lot better than I can, though.
Yeah, probably. Oh, where were we? Oh, we're here. Hello, Lucky and Maggie. I wish you good health and all is well, but let's get to the question. What is your biggest regret, FGO or otherwise? Stay save.
Interesting.
I don't know if that's a typo or not.
I think it is. Anyway, regrets are for horseshoes and hand grenades.
If Lucky has a regret, is back into 5th grade, I let someone convince me that art wasn't going to lead me anywhere, and I gave up on it. There you go.
Yeah. How incredibly wrong.
It took me 20 years to get over that, and I'm still trying to go somewhere with it.
He's got to catch up on those lost time.
I do.
Also, by the way, no, I did not say that wrong if you've never heard it that way. Some people say it's for horseshoes and handbags. No, fuck it.
It's hand
horseshoes
grenades.
And hand grenades.
It's always been hand grenades. Why would it be handbags?
I don't know. Some people say it that way. I assume it's like you buy a shitty handbag. I don't know.
No, it's a hand
I don't
grenade.
buy handbags. It's about hand grenades. It's about near misses, horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah, no,
they go together. It actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Isn't that I think that's a hand simulator game, if you know the game Hand Simulator. You get to play horseshoes and hand grenades. It's a game mode. You try and throw grenades at each other.
Neat.
And it sucks because Hand Simulator is a torture machine. Anyway, let's go.
Tony Gaku. So, next one comes from a master engaged in a bully war with Reines and winning the war. So you think. Hey, hello, well met, Lucky Omega. Having finished watching Case Files, I'm absolutely in love with the small high that is Reines. I'm happy I managed to pull her. But the biggest question I have left is, the biggest question I was left with, which I know posed to you, is, what exactly is Grey? Is she a person or a rogue spirit of some kind? She has powers that shouldn't exist in the modern era, and they really don't explain it that much. Thanks for the amazing content, and may your future roles be blessed. And this is why we yell for a fucking goddamn English translation of Case Files. Because the anime literally does nothing to fully explain what it is. And honestly, I don't know if I really should explain.
I mean, there's some stuff there that we don't need to go over. But I technically the only power that Grey has that shouldn't exist is Rongominiad, and there's a very specific reason why that noble phantasm still exists. And if you think, but they're not supposed to, remember, at this time period, canonically, because this takes place before Holy Grail War 5, Shiro still has Avalon stuck in his spine somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's actually possible.
Actually, do you want to do maybe a what is Case Files?
Oh gosh, I could, but also I also really want to, read them myself someday. I should probably just read translations if they're not gonna bring them over anytime soon, but, no, it's a series I'd love to get into myself. Well, I can put it on a possible board. Like I said, I'm actually gathering topics. People are feeding me a couple of ideas. So month, we may be back to Teach Me, because some people have actually brought up some fun stuff. But yeah,
but to put it succinctly, Grain is a person who is in a special circumstance with some special magic with a special lineage.
What part of her lineage is mentioned in the event? If you're paying attention,
yes.
By the way, I just want to reiterate, I'm super fucking glad that this event happened after the anime came out for us in English, because it's I don't know why, but they're not fucking shy at all.
No.
It's like a major plot point, and I'm like, but wow, you're really counting that people have read all the light novels. Damn. It really do be like that.
It be like that.
Alright, but we don't have much longer to go. Let's power through these last couple.
Let's go!
Last 4, I think, technically, if I'm counting right.
If I'm looking, I see only 4. So, this next one comes from Drektar77. If your favorite 7 is an FGO player, what type of FGO player would they be? For example, Gil would probably be the biggest well in FGO and stream while talking shit about mongrels only having an MP1, while having a fuck ton of...
Gesundheit. Double Gesundheit.
Thank you. Sorry. While having a fuck ton of Saber merch in the background of his room, and will probably have a collab content with Ozzy. You can also mention some of the notable servants that you think would be an interesting or funny FGO player. I'll do what I want. Fuck you. Tama would just probably be a casual player who just plays because I plays and doesn't really put much thought into it.
I would probably, I don't know the extent, but I know they've done jokes about, because the VAs played, about, Nero and Tombo playing, Kenkol.
Mm-hmm.
So there's probably some deepest lore there. By the way, this question is hilarious because while we're talking about FGO YouTube channels, we did dig up this ancient meme.
Yeah, someone did find it.
Yeah, which is basically this question. So actually, I think that Ishtar would play the game like Lucky plays the game, which is that she doesn't give a shit about meta or anything. She just wants all the shiny things and spends all her money, and sometimes she strikes out. That's it. That's all we got.
That's all we got. So, we move on. This next one comes from a hunter in fear that good blessings shall be followed by bad fortunes. So, recently I was rolling some birthday quartz a few days before my birthday to cash on some Astraeas. Last few solo breakups days on the batter. Long story short, 3 SSRs and 60 St. quartz, which is good, but when things like happens, you tend to feel something bad is going to happen to make up for it. Not like now I'm feeling for my summer 4 rolls. Have either of you felt like this after some good rolls? I understand it's mostly superstition, but one can't help but feel fear. Listen. Let me tell you something about luck. The only thing to follow good luck is bad luck. Because because here's the thing. If your luck continues to stay good, well, then you're just still gonna get good luck. The only time it changes for that is when it switches to bad luck. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I guess when you're in a state of good luck, you can't go anywhere but become a state of bad luck.
Yeah.
There's not luck doesn't really work on a neutral scale.
No.
If you put one good luck and one bad luck together, they don't become neutral luck. I mean, like you said, it's superstition, it's nonsense. But I mean, there's definitely been times when I've gotten really good, and I'm just like, oh wow, that's a little freaky. But that's just statistics. Like spinning the wheels of probability are weird. It's like if actually, it's like this big long conversation we had on WhatsApp last week about me rolling dice, where it's like, oh, gee, now my dice do weird things. Like you don't always count on rolling the paint, and sometimes it's weird.
It weird, yo.
All right, I'm 1 AP away from another raid run, so I'm not going to spend an apple. I'm just going to fucking wait the 5 minutes.
Wild. All right, here we go. KP Double Merlin. Let's go.
By the way, in the entire time we've been doing the show, I think we've only, okay, so it's almost 500k, I think lives have passed, but also that's not really that bad, all things considered.
All right, let's do this. Let's fucking go!
I'm going to look at my support setup while we're doing this. Let's see. I think that's all about that luck question.
Mm-hmm. So this next one comes from, well, thank you for that. This next one comes from cheese is just a loaf of milk. Yes, but actually no.
Not
I won't get into, I won't get it. No. Like I said, I'm not going to get into fucking fermentation and yeast, but whatever.
Ah, yes, waiver is in my all slot. Good.
No, speaking of that, I could really go for cheese curds right now. I love cheese curds. Especially garlic cheese curds. Damn you, Wisconsin! So, they say, greetings guys, I'm fully level Luvia, Gray, and Reines with the mountain of EXP's cards in my present box. I came curious about what's in your present box. I still have 950 gold and 300 silver XP silver cards from events plus some faux cards. I'm not flexing, you're flexing.
No, you're flexing. My present box is fucking empty, you flexer.
Well, oh no. Let's see, I'm not flexing so much, I'm not even answering this question. Bye! So
we don't even throw. This is not even we throw the letter away. It goes on a conveyor belt and just zips away from us. Bye.
This is the last one. So thank you for that. I mean, I laughed at my own joke. So you have to be able to laugh at your own jokes. Just don't laugh too hard, then you look weird. This last one comes from Gahulian God, and they say, "Okay, I'm going to stop you right now because this starts off saying a hypothetical scenario. Why are we starting with a hypothetical scenario? Why?"
Also, I don't like this scenario. That's a dumb question. That doesn't make any sense. Also, you've got a hypothetical inside your hypothetical? I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it.
Nope. Okay, see, this is the opposite question. The other one was cheeky, but made me giggle. This one, I just don't like.
This is a yeeting.
Yeah, this is the actual yeeting.
Oh, yes, this is my favorite yeet gif.
Yeet. Thank you. Again, starting off by saying this is a hypothetical question already gives me the nope.
We don't like this. Okay, shout out to you, sir or madam. You have a short hypothetical, but
yes,
you've still given me a hypothetical. I don't like it.
I'm still trying to actually wrap my head around it now that I read it.
And I don't like it.
Actually, isn't this even as a hypothetical? This is impossible because of one event, the second event happens. It's that's literally if.
I don't. You're correct. I don't know if it goes in that order.
Yeah, Gatia must be defeated for fucking the part 2 to happen, because otherwise certain things don't happen. So no, I'm not dealing with this, because that becomes even further theory crafting and paradox and... Lucky EXE has stopped working. And we're done with mailbag! Yay!
Well, that's it. The mailbag is done.
Yep.
Congrats, everybody. Full mailbag.
Full mailbag!
It basically took us an hour anyway. We're at an hour and a half now.
Hey! Nice.
Alrighty, so that means that the mailbag is done, and now it's time to get to our only remaining news item, which is first impressions of case files.
Yay!
And by first impressions, I mean basically everything pre time lock, because as of the moment I'm speaking, I don't think Lucky's even gotten to technically what the time gate was.
No.
Did you punch Ben K yet?
I'm punching Ben K, and I got a fucking MP Buster Pain with KP, and this is gonna be great.
Yeah, so we're going to talk mostly about the first half. We may or may not discuss the raid boss and our raid stuff. Hey, my raid strat is called Kentucky Double Merlin. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. That's it. It works great. I think earlier tonight I didn't get a chance to say it because we were moving swiftly on with the mailbag and stuff, but I do believe at one point I had Kentucky land a Buster crit that did only 50k damage shy of the damage he just did with his NP, so...
Oof.
Yeah, it's big.
Big numbers.
So long as this motherfucker doesn't give me Buster down, I can do it in one turn. If he does give me Buster Down, then it's kind of a coin flip. But yeah, the overall event. We've said this several times before now, but in general, this event is goo.
It do goo.
From the start of our weird little, nonsense memory trip, our bizarre adventure, as it were. Why
did you steal this one person who hadn't used your skill yet? You motherfucker! Sorry.
Yeah, the Benkei fight is a real motherfucker. Because it's Benkei's skills, which are annoying. That's an interesting thing posted in Arctum. Anyway. But yeah, no. So we from the start of the event to introduce to like Reines, the weird patchwork London, to then the fucking murder mystery of Waver's been murdered and he wrote something on a fucking note, and then like a lot of people have compared the way that the terrain goes after you figure out it's fake to it being like Soul Eater.
Yeah, I can see that comparison. Honestly,
it also looks like several maps in Kingdom Hearts. It's a good aesthetic, is what I'm saying. And like, I think this event does what not honestly a lot of collabs do, and it actually captures the essence of case files a lot. I would have to wonder, did they get the case files guy to write it? Which I wouldn't be shocked.
I'd believe it. Yeah,
because it really does feel like that sort of story. You go from almost like episodic mystery to mystery, solving stuff, figuring stuff out. There are fights in it, but it's just as much about using your brain as not, We
go out of windows a lot.
We jump out a lot of windows. I think we can only do this because Tremau is cool. Honestly, that's probably why Rena's first instinct is always to go out a window. Magic. Otherwise, it would be dumb. But yeah, no. You go through the whole thing, you meet up the squad, Gray, Estrella, Kiritsugu's here. You meet some other servants, who are just chilling, like you run into Kentoki, Saber Alter, Babbage, Shakespeare, Mysterious Mr. M. Like, they have a good supporting cast. They suggest that Salieri is there, but he's not really there,
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is why they were able to throw him on the bonus list. But it's all in all, it's written very well. It's very informative. They capture this kind of, like, walking exposition a lot very well.
Mm-hmm. I do think it's very nice that they do it from Reines' perspective, which is interesting because she never is at any point. She is not a sassy little Grimmin. They even give her a fucking little devil sprite.
Yes. No. This is a great event for her if you're not familiar with case files, to get you into her character and kind of what she does. And she has a lot of aptitude. She has a lot of sass. They talk about Sima Yi, right? Sima Yi doesn't really take the driver's seat very much, so mostly it's Reines actually speaking to you and interacting. They give you a couple of maybe some cheap heat feels.
Honestly, one of the I think the best thing I like about having Reines is Reines usually gives her perspective of all the shit going on from a traditional clock tower mage.
Yeah, she talks about how cutthroat it is, how the politics go.
Mm-hmm. Like, she is constantly bamboozled by the shit that you get up into in Chaldea, and she's like, I can't even.
Yeah, like, it's still while you're under the memory hack, but you can, at one point, you can bring up the fact that you're technically a cause. Like, you're not an apprentice anymore.
Like, no, you can't be. She's like,
that's dumb.
Yeah.
I like how even after you've cleared that memory edit, she still calls you pupil.
Honestly, I'm okay with that.
Well, no, it fits her personality very well. You can also, in certain dialogues, you can call her professor.
Mm-hmm.
Reines Hakase.
And it's like, because, like, out of the two, I definitely feel that Reines would probably be more my teacher. Waver's cool and all, but, like, he got Gray and Alexander. He's full up. And, like, as I think, if there's one thing I definitely say that the character is actually missing, it's probably actually a formal mage education. Jesus.
Yeah, we're very bad at that.
We're very bad. Also,
which does mean that we get lots of opportunities for exposition about basic magecraft shit.
Mm-hmm. But also, interesting, found out apparently us as a master, our alignment is lawful neutral.
Yeah, we actually get detected that way when we enter Chaldea. By the way, this has a very important thing at the front end. A very interesting segment happens in the flashback thing. Remember how this event started before it ends. Memory is the key.
Memory.
Speaking of which, that element, not just the, like, amnesia theft shit, but, like, the actual way they handle the memorial quest is so good.
Honestly, let me tell you real quick, man. If I'm doing an event, there's either one of two things that's going to happen. One, I'm going to fall out of the sky. Two, I'm going to lose my memories. It's one of those two.
But I think the most it's probably one of the most heartstrings pulling, but one of the coolest things about this event is we get to see Dr. Roman again.
Mm-hmm.
Like after all those reruns, he was out of it, but this event is literally about our memories, and we will never forget that man.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets to say all his dumb lines again. I like the twist that our mash is fake for once.
Yeah, no, that was oof. I did not see that coming.
No, that's a good one. I don't think that one got revealed at all. So, yeah, that's a good moment, and then just the classic, like, she gets out and then cuts the connection. Mm-hmm. Good stuff. Yeah,
like, honestly, like fucking immediately when I saw the CG of Waver's dead body, I'm like, that's fake. That's fucking fake. Don't you?
They would really kill Waver, would they?
No. And also, like, it's like,
no, he was just laying low.
Laying low.
Though we finally get to find out what his second Noble Phantasm does. I think it's been noted in his profile and his materials book for like years before then, and it was just like, it's not used in FGO, so we don't need to talk about it.
And troops will be dispatched. It'll just summon allies.
Yeah, it just uses the authority of his state to create whatever allies he needs. Which
I think it is rank EX, I believe, too. If I say
yes, I do believe so.
And it makes sense because it's not necessarily powerful, but you will literally call the most helpful people you can to the situation right now.
Yeah, so he assembles a crew. Because of reasons, Grey is able to be summoned on her own, basically, as a rogue servant. Mm-hmm. Explaining why she's the welfare, whereas Reines and Luvia have to be summoned as pseudo-servants. It's very interesting to see that Astrea is clearly, like, full-blown in the driver's seat, whereas Sima Yi is just like, nah, it's funny. But they do at least go to that effort to explain the fact that, oh, yeah, no, Sima Yi got summoned because the compatibility was based entirely on the fact that Waver is Zhuge Liang's vessel.
Mm-hmm.
So they understand and acknowledge the joke in the text, even. It's good. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of really good CGs in this, by the way, as well. Not just the very shocking, the very, like, grabbing, like, Waver dead body, but the shots of Astrea's NP...
the Stray's MP versus Gray's MP.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
That was good. That was very good.
Oh. So yeah, they do a lot of that. There's some good stuff there. I like kind of like the way they handle the like memory and flashbacks. Like some of the scraps are our fake memories. They do weird things like the Babylonia one, which is a interesting weird what if Benkei fell into the Chaos Tide instead.
And I think it's interesting that Carrie brings up, it's like, what, you weren't expecting like this? He probably died to save someone else. After all you've been through, shouldn't this have happened a few times by now? And I'm just like,
I'm like, don't test me right now, Carrie, okay? we are in one of the toughest moments of Babylonia. Why? Shut up, you.
Shut up, shoot gun!
Quiet, you. You didn't do anything. But like just little moments give you flashbacks, like when you hear the piano music, you flash back to Lost Belt 1. When you pass out, I think like the second time, you just full blown flashback to the Goddess Rongomniad fight.
Yeah,
like just all out. No, I love how they've handled this event because not only does it, like we said, capture the feel of case files, but this is such a interesting, like, FGO's greatest hits event. I hope they come up with an excuse to do, like, another version of this event, probably in, like, a year or two, but like that.
Yeah, it is definitely something to see, just to go back and see how far you have come. Because they don't just do, like, the main story beats, they do, like, all the little events, too, like, Summers, like, the little one, like,
There's been a couple for summer. There's several Christmases, for instance, as well. Which, like I said, I think I mentioned that on mic as well earlier. But to reiterate, that shocked a couple of people because there's a lot of Ruler Jolter in this event. Because, hey, guys, if you missed Christmas number 1, Jolter was still a ruler then. That was her big lead up to I'm going to be playable soon. The Fate Zero one is also very funny with the switching to Testament in the middle.
Yeah, Lucky was bamboozled.
Yeah, that's right. When you pass out the first time, you get to redo the tutorial fight.
Oh yeah, because that's when they you first arrive to Chaldea, and they're like, "Here, please enjoy the simulator." You're like, "Okay."
Yeah, because the game teaches you how to play then. Like just to let you know how far it's been. Like I forgot that there was a tutorial fight right there, but no, there was. That's how it started. Please enjoy this battle. I was like, "Oh yeah, we did do that." you know?
Yeah, but like, cause like that was literally while the game was initially loading, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I think it's literally the first thing you do. You get to see the opening story, and then it's like, hey, please enjoy this story fight. So yeah, no, it's such a good, and like we said, you do see a lot of Raiko, but that's because she shows up a lot because they have flashbacks to, like she's not in the Onigashima one.
No, there's just Onikure and fucking Summer.
Yeah, that's a great flip of the classes. Like, oh, your memories are scrambled. Fight Onikure and Summer Shuten. Not Shuten, Ibaraki. Who knows if a Summer Shuten will even happen. The Setsubun one, though, is just, the Setsubun, I believe that was level 100's quest. Or was it level negative 100?
It's probably negative
it's
100.
It's a model of the actual fights you do. Like, it's really good. It's really good. This first half. I'm actually very excited to see what the conclusion is. Because there's a lot of interesting things. Oh, yeah, it was Shuten body pillows. Now it's Ibaraki ones.
Oh,
that's another good catch.
I haven't done the Setsubun, so I couldn't comment on it.
Yes, it's it's the Raiko boss with 2 Ibaraki body pillows instead, yeah. It's a little annoying, you get a lot of burn damage. I'm gonna redo that one myself, I got bamboozled. I'm probably gonna bring Jean for area AoE debuff clear. But yeah, no, and I actually like, for the most part, that like these memorial quests are split between, hey, here's some old mobs, and some of them are like I said when we did the pregame, they're baby challenge quests. But in like a fun way.
Oh yeah, like we're talking about like I said, I will say I'm still a little mad over the Samba Christmas of Christmas Cats because they made that a little bit harder actually because I said they have a chicken there that'll do things, and you still have fucking Samba Cats doing things as well.
Yep. But there was all 3 summers.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, it's 4 summers at this point, isn't it?
No, it's 3 summers, but they had 2 because I'm pretty sure they had Did they have the Desolate Wasteland?
No, yeah, they have 4 quests, but 2, 3 summers because you technically do 2 for summer 2. You do Memories of Ishtar Cup and then Memories of a Celtic Prison.
Yeah,
I guess the 2 halves of that event were both pretty different. I don't actually know if there's a memory quest for summer 1 part 1. There is one where you punch some boars.
No, there is. It's fucking Deserted Island. There's Deserted Island in the Wasteland one.
Okay. I don't even know. Do I even have a Deserted one? I might. Or I might not. I don't know. I have to double check now. Yeah, the Reminiscence of Singularity 2. Oh, it is the crab one. Okay. So it's not a challenge quest. It's just a memory. Okay. That's probably why I don't remember it. Yeah. Yeah, the Altera one, though, that was pretty funny. I had to do that. Excuse me, sorry. I had to do that one twice because she changes class. Yeah, they do a lot of interesting and fun stuff with the concept of your memories being scrambled, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like they get to play around with that, and it's really fun. You do a Saber Wars one where you have to fight like 5 million UHZs, and then there's one MHXX in there.
She's like, hey,
and then Reines is like, excuse me, what was that?
It's like, so there's this thing called Space Cops.
Yeah.
I think I picked the one about the other one. Oh yeah, so we have to talk about Foreigners.
Yeah.
And then Gray, actually, this had me thinking, it's like, how does Gray, I gotta check her voice lines, but how does Gray just handle the umpteen amount of fucking Artorias I have just hanging around?
Yeah, I'm sure she's gotta have a line for that somewhere.
She has to have one. I'll find it.
Let's see, other funny ones.
Like, specifically with the Lancer Artorias, who, actually hold around,
I'm sure, yeah, she's gotta have a line somewhere about the Sacred Lance.
Mm-hmm.
I actually own one of those Artorias. I can check later. Let me. I'm trying to think now of a couple of the other big memories that were funny. The Okeanos one is a very interesting.
I loved how that ended.
He's like, "Why the fuck would I summon this Medea? Why would I team up with her?" And she's just like, "Oh my god, dude, just die, shut up and die." And then she's like, "Oh, thank God, I finally got him. I can die happy. Bye." Kirk's just there. He's just like, grumble, grumble.
I honestly wish he would have gave me the thumbs up before he left.
Dun 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 dun.
Listen, that's still one of my favorite things about Valentine's is just random, like, wordless berserker thumbs ups.
Oh yeah, they do have one for the Semiramis Valentine's as well.
Oh, I haven't done that one yet.
Yeah, you fight Chaco Semiramis again. And in the first wave, you have to fight Shadow. They call him, I think they call him Shadow Shiro, but it's Shadow Amakusa. Yeah. No, there's a lot of cute little things tucked in there, and even the free quests are great flashbacks, right? Like, let's see, what do we got? We did that one. We got the Enmity one.
They put some effort into writing the fucking Babylonia one.
Oh yeah, no, you finished the fight, have you?
Yeah, no, I'm just reading.
Yeah, no, there's just a segment there. There's a little bit of story. It's very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like it a lot, but also it hurts a little.
I'm in pain. This is pain, Pecco.
Yeah. Oh, somebody did bring that up. That was there's definitely some hints of like what the apex of this story is, because you'll notice all of your memories of Romani are fine. But there's a very weird thing that happens with your memories of a certain somebody. Which, by the way, when that effect happened with the tech boxes, that almost flipped my shit. I was like, what the fuck is happening? What am I watching?
Yeah, no, I was there too. Like something's happening. And I'm just like, nope.
Like if this was an anime, if they did an anime edit of this, that would be like they would play the fucking speech line in reverse or something. Like they would reverse the audio. What? What the fuck is happening? Am I on drugs right now?
Drugs.
Yeah, no, but yeah. Now I get to get your live reactions to the next bit after the Babylonia bit.
By
the way, I love how this. I've left doing the raid to look at the map. I love how this map has come out, right? Like, it starts as, like, a weird London, and then you cover it in pictures.
It's
all your events.
It's like, it's pretty much memory lane. Like, God, like, if I was to have, a Chaldea scrapbook, it probably looks something like this.
Yep. And it's lots of cool background slides and images of stuff. And even the actual segments from the patchwork themselves are, like, pretty neat. Like, you know, Steamwork London, the Masquerade effect is kind of weird, but like the Patchwork Museum,
no,
it's pretty cool. I like it a lot.
Oh, like honestly, I wasn't sure what to think about. Like, the event when I started, because, like I said, we had watched the Case Files anime, so I'm like, what are they actually gonna hit on? And I've been pleasantly surprised so far. Like, I don't necessarily feel like the story is necessarily, what I want to say, thick. It's like, cause it's not thick like CCC was of, you know, like we're like hitting the moments. Well, honestly, I might have just not hit the thick part, honestly, now I think about it, but it's been a very like mellow experience, I want to say. Ooh, excuse me. There's moments of danger, but like they don't last long. They really don't. It's like,
oh yeah, no, you'll see that when you get to the raid bit. It's actually very interesting, and I really want to talk about it, but
yeah,
like you have to power through a little bit of reading.
I'm
just looking at the collage though. Yeah, there's a lot of good stuff there. Let me actually look at this. So Prisma's in there. That's a free quest. Oniland is in there.
Oh yeah, one second.
Yeah, Oniland's a free quest. I will vamp while we go over this. Let's see. So I guess I can do this in like top down order across. So we've got the Fake Art Museum. You've got the Fake Museum, the Patrick Masquerade and Steamland, and the False Ring Company, the Clock Tower, quote unquote. But you've got America, you've got the prison, Oniland.
Okay, I'm back.
Pyramid. You've got all 3 summers plus 1. Yeah, because you got the island one there. You've got America with the Wild West, Okeanos, Fate Zero collab. Is Fate Zero the only other collab on here?
I haven't seen CCC, which I find weird.
Well, so I think, assuming there's no more unlocked, which there probably won't be, judging by the fact that this map is already pretty full. There's no Epic of Remnant stuff. Interestingly enough.
Like I said, they've kind of, like, in this point of FGO, they're kind of treating Epic of Remnant weirdly. Like, it exists, but also, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, they don't really try and hide Mr. M's name. It's like a joke, but they don't go for the full beans either. But, like, let's see. So they do Enmity, though. So they do post Lost Belt stuff.
And no Lost Belts either, now that I think about it.
Well, I mean, I think that makes sense for the reasons of where our memory's getting fucked up, right?
Oh yeah, true, I suppose.
This is just, I just love the one of the summer 2 shots, just the fucking Artemis Hills, just hiding in the corner there.
Actually, yeah, because I think our latest memory is the prologue, for reasons.
Yeah, because Enmity is not a memory quest; it's just a free quest. So
yeah,
I think it.
And honestly, if I remember correctly, Enmity is in that weird.
It's true. Enmity might be a dream. Wait, no. It is a thing. It is a ray shift.
Oh, that's right. It's actually isn't our first ray shift.
Yeah, it's our first ray shift back.
Okay. So interesting. So no, that's actually post Lost Belt 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. But it doesn't have any
Oniland's in
story
there.
beats, so...
Yeah. Oniland's in there. Like, there's newer events in there, but it's interesting about what they're about, right?
Mm.
And some of them could just be in there for the funny fights. Like, I bet the Samba Quetz one is just in there because, well, it's fucking hilarious.
So... Yeah, CCC. I guess CCC wouldn't necessarily count, maybe, because maybe it was in the future?
It's weird.
It's weird.
I've gotten literally every drop possible from the raid but a CE.
Pain.
Now, on the other hand, I've gotten a shitload of blue assassin gems because I know I went down to 3 because I got grade of 444. And now I have 48, so I've gotten a lot.
That is a lot, Jesus. All right, Quartz get.
I am not at 3 digits of clears, but I am at over 50.
Hey, it's fake Wongo time.
I'll spend
No
an
battles.
apple. Why the fuck? I gotta wait for Lucky to get through this bit.
I'm working on it.
Because, like I said, I think we can probably end our first impressions, other than the event is good, with your literal first impressions of meeting the raid boss and stuff. Because it's a fun bit.
It's Section 10, the Fake Sacred Lands, Part 2 of 3.
And I will continue to do raids while we speak.
Yep. They're getting uncomfortably close. Australia is interesting.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, this makes me wonder if, like, usually when we do, we rerun the collabs, we put in we talk about this on several occasions. We put in a new SR usually. So I'm usually I'd like to think about this, like, who would it be? Who would it be? Would we get Faker? Or would we get someone else? Like, would we get Ada, the snake lady? Snake. And I keep wondering about that because I keep thinking about the event and its context, and usually the character usually has some sort of context to the event, but I don't know. Gray is speaking. Talking about big spears.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking they could do interesting things, or they could do nothing. I mean, they don't have to, but they usually try. I'm trying to think. Are there any really decent Case Files character who are missed? They could do a great costume. It's true because she's hood up all the time, isn't she?
Yeah. Oh, stairs. Are we going up?
I mean, you are in London. You got to climb some sky stairs.
Yeah. I did find it interesting that the first people you meet was Rhyme, Kentucky, and Jack.
Yeah, you start with a lot of flashbacks to the London singularity.
OG London. But I find that interesting because while, Kentucky shows up, because you can definitely say that Jack and Rhyme had more story significance, Kentucky was just there for like, hey, I'm lightning.
This is golden. And then he's like, this is not golden.
Let's see here. Oh, then, so, yeah, again, why did fucking Tomo show up in fucking London? I don't understand this. I always want more Tomo love, but
Anderson
Jesus.
was in London. We didn't. I don't think he's been in the event story so far. We'll see if he comes into the back half. But Shakespeare got a cameo. Also seen neither hide nor hair of Tomo either, though she was just in Enmate. So she does not necessarily need that close together a coverage.
Listen, Lucky just wants more Tomo coverage. Okay, Australia, I see you have opened up the boob window and opened up the hips.
Her ascension is great.
It is. I'm glad I got her.
I mean, some people complain about the art. I think it's an interesting comparison. Like, I want to say this, right? Like, if you don't like it, that's okay. I think some people say the art is bad. I think you are wrong on a technical level because the artist has done a lot of detail work on Estrella. Like, her normal appearances, like in Prisma or even in Hollow Ataraxia or Case Files. First of all, she's usually way more covered up. You can't see any leg or arm.
She's a refined and gentle lady, clearly.
Other than in Hollow Ataraxia, she's got a sprite that's bare shouldered because obviously showing off her shoulders and upper arms mean that she's tough. She's a tough girl.
I mean, also, there's also fucking UBW epilogue and fucking rest just...
Oh, yeah, no. That I think was entirely your boys at UFO table.
It's just yeah!
But usually her art sprites are usually a lot more, softer colors, a lot of, roundedness to her look, very soft, whereas I don't remember his name off the top of my head, but the artist who drew her, who also drew Qin Shi Huang, Mothman, put a lot more detail. Her features are a lot more sharp and distinct, and they put a lot of extra detail into her muscle coverage.
Mm-hmm. There's some definition there, y'all.
Yeah. Which is why I said, like, no. On a technical level, this artist went ham. Now, I can see why, because the color palette is so, like, universally bright, there's not a lot of color contrast.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, because there's so much definition, you can be like, okay, this is very busy, I don't like it. Like I said, if you don't like it, that's whatever, but some people I've heard that some people have called it bad, and I'm just like, you're wrong. That's not how art works.
Yeah, it's like, how good are you at art?
Can you draw this level of muscle definition?
Oh, that's right, Bunyan was here, too.
Bunyan was here. It was adorable, because she got to hang out with her friends.
I'm pretty sure Bunyan was just summoned because literally Jack and Rhyme was there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Parvati fake controversy is just unfortunate for that guy. Especially considering that it's not, like, really that bad. Like, I mean, yeah, the faces and poses are similar, but a lot of people throw those stones at Takeuchi as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, the artist for Parvati did put the work into, like, her dress and stuff. Some of her expressions sprites are very finely detailed. There's a version of her expression sheet where she has literal stars in her eyes that you can't hardly see because you're looking at your tiny-ass phone screen.
Mm-hmm.
It's very technically... I think that's a thing that people need to get a little bit better about on the internet. I know I'm asking for people to be more precise and kind on the internet, but, like, it should be easier to separate out on an aesthetic level, you know, I don't subjectively like this from, this is technically bad. Like, a lot of cases, there's not anything technically wrong with a lot of art. And honestly, there's, you know, very rarely is there stuff wrong with artists, but, like, there are often stylistic choices or detail work that is confusing. Like, Wright is a good example. Some people just don't like the style level that he goes on for everybody. Every single Wright design is big.
It's big detail. Like, you should actually look at Wright's design notes on and something. He puts a little bit of details, and you should also look into the work he does in actual, like, machines and technical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like
look at his art book sometimes, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like he has a few for Valkyria Chronicles, and he actually goes into detail about like some of the tanks and stuff.
Well, yeah, because he was their character and like art director like all around, so they had him do like all that stuff.
Yeah, no, he
because they wanted everything to have a similar art style when they gave it to their animators.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, high detail.
All right. Oh, yes. My powers, the bonds I've made along the way, as everyone I met is like, fuck these ghosts.
Fuck you.
Something that Reines talks about earlier, how a lot of magecraft is with forming bonds. A theme which I think is I like to bang on several times.
Yep.
Let's see here. Estrella's all like, you might look about you're gonna keel over, but you look strangely accustomed to this. Yo, girl, I walked across America.
Never skip leg day. I hiked on mountains in Babylonia, amongst other many bullshit things we've done.
I think that's still one of my favorite parts about Shimosa is just how Muramosa's like, man, your legs are great.
Hell, I mean, even before America, we backpacked through Europe. That's not chump change either.
No.
There's some mountain ranges in between some of the places we technically go to in Septum.
Never skip leg day.
You do never skip leg day.
Hide? I don't hide. I never hide. Screw you. I'm front and center all the time, even when I shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure I have a lot. I guess that's something to be said about being like lawful neutral. Because I was actually thinking about that, like the implications of that and what that actually means for the character. It's like I'm like, how would you define lawful neutral?
Well, before we do any of that, we should remember that Fate's alignment system has always been a little weird.
Yeah.
But with that in mind, lawful neutral to me is you are about some ethos, some code of rules. Mm-hmm. The code should be very firm, even if it's just in your mind. Like, it doesn't have to be a written code, but it should be a very firm code that has rules. And you are more about that code necessarily than you are about the moral concepts of good and evil.
Mm-hmm.
You are about, following through on what you believe in, regardless of, like, necessarily whether it's morally good or morally bad.
Honestly thinking about it, I think like only someone of that alignment could actually like pull together like all these servants that we have of someone of just like, I don't necessarily care about what you are and what you've done, but like, can you necessarily follow like the code of rule of like, we're gonna save fucking humanity almost.
Can you do the work that needs doing?
Yeah.
Whereas lawful good as an alignment is more of a, like, you uphold whatever the moral code is, not just an ethical code, but you uphold a moral code to do good.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes you're lawful stupid, but for the most part, it's about just, like, the inherent goodness of order or rules. Mm-hmm. Whereas, chaotic good is something like, you don't need rules to be cool. Freedom, baby.
Oh, it's another paper.
It's another paper, and they're playing the ominous, slightly music box sound right now. God, I can't wait. 2 days is knowing that the next section of OST goes on the game in 2 days. I'm like, give it to me. Give it to me now.
Give. Inject that shit.
I can listen to Qin Shi Huang's cool leitmotif anytime I want. This fucking techno-ass music.
I'm ready for it.
Put me in, coach.
Ow.
Don't hurt yourself.
Yep.
Hurt other people.
Let me turn this up a little bit so I can actually listen.
I find it interesting that because they did this before the Case Files anime came out, I don't think there are any actual Case Files OST cues.
I believe they used one in the little CM that they did, if you could call it that. But other than that, no.
The title screen kind of sounds like it, but not fully.
Yeah.
It's definitely like in the same neighborhood of sound design, but they don't do what they usually do with collabs and directly lift tracks, right?
And also, like, I will also say, Case Files soundtrack is very, I don't want to say necessarily minimum, but there's someone that's not afraid to let silence carry a scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are some very key leitmotifs and music pieces in Case Files, but they are very specific. Like, they have the one action music, which is basically a remix of the opening theme. Like, they don't even have an anime opening. They have a literal original soundtrack opening.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, like the track that I was in is this guy just going mad on this fucking flute, though. Let's see here. I gotta go fight assassinos. Fuck it. Fuck it. I'm Team Alter Ego today.
It works.
It works. And I'll grab Megas the Finch in the back. Why not? Give
Thumbs
Omega
up,
that.
friend points.
Friend points. Ooh, ooh. Let's see.
I believe that was Daily Melt today. Was Melt with like quick up on her forearm.
Special class. Let's grab Mash, and then
Mash gets to ride shotgun a lot on account of the freeness.
The freeness.
The 0-pointerness.
It's goo.
Man, everybody gets CE drops. I still don't have a CE drop.
I haven't got one in the main stuff yet, but once I hit the raids, that might change. Let's put on.
I mean, yeah, the raid thing is just that it's a quest you can do literally hundreds of times, so eventually the math should work out. Sorry, my voice broke kind of there. I burped like in the middle of that sentence.
Yeah, eventually monkeys will type Shakespeare.
I wonder how Shakespeare feels about that sentence. Idiot. Is he like upset?
No, I think he find it funny, honestly.
Yes, monkeys could do my job, but they didn't.
He's like, I could write a comedy about that. And then he locks himself up for a week. Alright, let's go brrr. Let's go brrr with Sakuras!
We are almost at a light novel title.
Let's see here.
God, this guy is a motherfucker. Your death enemy.
What happened? Nope. Why are we here? I recognize this. I remember this. Wait, how are they gonna fucking change it, though?
I'm just M. Bison gifting internally.
I know where we are, but I know that things will be different. And now I'm like, how are things gonna be different?
God, is it fucking raccoon every time? I hate it. It's the tiny hands.
Good.
Hands shouldn't be that tiny. Get out of my sight, trash panda.
I'm sorry. I'm reading a certain demon's monologue.
Yeah. By the way, a lot of people were completely poleaxed by the fact that they forgot that the first demon he mentions is Paimon.
Yeah. Well, again, shout out for fucking the lesser key for just being in free domain. You can just pull whatever the fuck you want out of there. Oh, white boxes. Nope. Record scratch. Shh. What are you doing? Stop that.
Hey, everybody. That's me. You may be wondering how I got myself in this situation.
I am static now. What are you doing?
They're fucking it up, Lucky.
Yeah, someone is fucking it up. Don't ruin this. It's a sad memory, but it's my memory. You are the sum of your experiences.
That's probably what the moral of the story is going to be at the end. Since BT Dubs, in case you guys missed it, we're not going to do the spoiler and stuff.
Mhm.
Like, you know, we're cool. And I mean, I want to actually play the story after the raid is done. But yeah, the raid's not the end. There's like 2 or 3 more story sections after that.
No, but I can definitely see that. Like you wouldn't be you without like the things you have done, whether for good or for ill. Everything you have done in your life has led you being to the person you are right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, even if some of those memories are painful, because they are, because we as a player base are having painful flashbacks from this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know people who are like, man, Event, you gotta stop showing me Dr. Romani, it hurts.
Mm-hmm. Like, fuck, man, I was trying not to voice it, but seeing fucking Benkei and, Ushiwaka Maru just have that talk, I'm like, no, why?
No, that's like, yeah, that's a deep cut. I mean, it's painful, but I like that segment.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's good work, it's good juju.
This fucker! Wait. Is that what they're gonna change? Let me just slap you in your stupid fucking hair. What is this hair? Hair don't grow like this.
What is his hair?
It's like you put a fucking feather boa on his head and then try to cover it up with a hat. You're not the real Lev. Fuck off.
You have some choice dialogue options in this. Oh god, I forgot. Lev's hair also goes all the way to the back, of the bottom.
Yeah, it's so weird. It doesn't make sense. Oh, well. At least you know the jig is up. Oh, is this why we're yes, this is why we're fighting. He's not fucking Flauros, he's Barbatos. Now I get it.
By the way, BARBATOS was the demon paler from London, in case you forgot.
I did forget.
He was also the meme one from the actual like finale, but God, they put so much effort into it. Also, by the way, I'm gonna post for patron chat what the live action Lev as played in the stage play.
Man, they even got the hat. Someone
Honestly,
had to make that hat.
Yeah, somebody had to make his dumb hat. Honestly, his hair looks way more anime and way better in this.
It does. It really does. It looks more feathery. It still looks like a fucking feather boa, but I can believe it. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, no, I was right about that. It's not Flauros. It's Barbatos. Yeah, Paimon, Buer, Yusen, Citri. That's the thing. I know like a lot of the. Well, that's a lie. I don't know a lot of the.
I mean, it's true. There's like 72 of them, but
there's a lot of them. But
let me look at the front end.
Like, who do I know?
Tie? It's true. He does. It is not quite, but it is very close to a secondary character Speedwagon Foundation hat.
Oh, there's a lot of them.
Because of course it's Solomon raids, Lucky.
Are we gonna do the speech? Are we gonna hear the speech? No, we're not. Yep, because originally, flashback to Makiri. So, okay, what happened to you, man?
His soul came unglued. Remember, kids, don't loosen your soul. It's hard to tighten back in.
Yeah.
Leave it in the socket. One size fits all on souls. It's like stripping a screw. God, I forgot. I'm just looking at Lev's fucking story sprite right now, and it's just ugh.
I'm sorry.
He's got knee-high boots.
Again, I'm dying because Reines is like, "How do you do this?" And I'm just all like, "I summon more servants."
Hey, I'm just like everybody else. I put my pants on one sock at a time.
Pants on one sock at a time. Yes, that is clearly how we.
There's a Caboose quote to that effect. I don't remember the text of. It's something like that. Yeah, it's the you get used to it. I mean, to be fair, we did this the first time. We summoned we called forth literally all the servants.
Well, yeah, no, we fell down, and then John gave the speech, and all the lights in heavens are our friends.
No, we're gonna do something different this time with all the lights in heaven.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yes, honestly, if there's a turn of phrase I like, it's definitely all the lights in heaven are blank.
It's a very meaningful quote you don't understand when they give it to you in the first episode of Gurren Lagann.
I should use it more often.
Somebody use it.
Waver, summon it! Oh, wait, you're not here. Yeah.
Or if he is here, he can't do shit. He's tired.
He's tired.
Actually, you know what? We could argue that that's a metaphor for Waver overuse. The fact that he died and he gets tired. That's another meme. People always joke about how he never gets breaks.
He doesn't.
Motherfucker
we worked him so hard, he just died.
Had to fake his own death. The memes. Mason. What do they mean?
Luvia being Luvia.
Gosh, I should actually Should I use Estrella in at least one raid so I can have her suplex a demon pillar?
That'd be pretty awesome.
It would be hilarious.
That's literally why sometimes I fucking just put Tripitaka in there just to fucking, Buddha palm a fucking demon pillar into another mountain. Which always looks phenomenal, by the way.
That's also a strat. That's happening a lot because it's an assassin boss. That's a strat that's happening a lot in this raid.
Oh, that's right. I could bring out my Buddhist monk. Oh.
That is one of the primo strats. I believe she's one of the choices, along with Ilya and Kentucky are big up there.
I will have to check.
Your Vlad is NP5, right?
Right.
Yeah, you might be able to do some weird shenanigans with that as well, but, Sanzo's a move.
I'll have to check. Oh, what kind of memories?
He also has the bonus power of being funny. Do I want to spend another apple? No, I'm at like 72% battery. I'll pack up for a couple of hours.
Architect, you said Tomonon support? I might do that. Let's see, I might go Vlad Tomotomo, and who else is a good art support right now? I usually default to Caster Gil, but his numbers aren't the bestest. Armory supplies, that's right. I forgot about that. They always had each had this little weird buff.
Yeah.
It's only 500. I'll just unga bunga this a little bit.
By the way, that's what you're doing right now. The story version of this is just a pilot for the raid. The raid is just this fight a bajillion times. Another reason why they probably had to buff him from 20 mil to 50 mil.
500k, people were like, I eat that for breakfast. Look, the mats are talking.
Yeah. What's that? You give me bones? And also bones?
And QP.
Yeah, you can get like 3 or 4 QP drops a go. You can get several skill cookies, several assassin cookies of all colors. No, it's just, they know what they're doing.
Actually, no, I won't be able to necessarily. Now that I know this boss fight, I'm actually going to withdraw and redo this. I probably could do it with the girls I have, but...
Why don't you just beta test your raid team?
Yeah.
If you can do it in one turn, you can do it in one turn.
Let's see, so it's an assassin, so I'm either going to want a good berserker, a good alter ego, or a good caster.
Yeah, I'm not even bothering to try with Melt because I can't make the double Scotty plan work, and unfortunately, quick support does not exist.
I mean, I could double Scotty, but I don't out of sheer stubborn spite. Let's see here. Let me read up my list here real quick.
I mean, it's an interesting thing. Some people have been talking about the support setup problem, right?
Right.
Because this event can be done with every kind of support setup. Like, there are people doing it with just waivers, like double waiver strats, for certain servants. So this is kind of thrown into sharp relief the fact that at most you can have 2 support casters up, and I think a lot of people have brought this up. Scotty is unusual. Like, aside from Scotty conspiracy stuff, right? Like, people have actually brought this up, and actually I remember somebody gave me some grief in the actual one at Scotty where they're like, man, you didn't even talk about how hard it is to level this shit up. That is part of... I got a lot of comments about this, is why I include stuff like Ascension materials and skill materials. Like, to make double Scotty work, you have to have very, very specific servants and have to fine-tune everybody's skill and NP levels. Whereas with double Merlin, you're just like, do you have a Buster card? Do they have a break bar? No? They're dead. He's dead. This man is dead. Like, there's obviously buffs can get in the way, but also in big raids, there were damage multiples. Fucking Rashomon, for instance. Rashomon, by the way, which I got through with fucking Leonidas and Hans supporting Jolter. Because Merlin didn't exist yet, kids. That's the kind of raid shenanigans we had to go with.
Oh, wait, no, you have a Buster MP Onicure. No, that's not gonna work.
But, like, it's very interesting. Like, a lot of people have been talking about how they think that, Castoria is a lot more accessible. She doesn't give a shit so long as your art's.
Mm-hmm.
It's very much more flexible than that. And honestly, I think Merlin's very weird because, yes, he does have a Buster buff, but he also has that huge crit buff, right? And the attack up. So, like, you can do dumb shit with Merlin even if you don't go all in for a Buster card. So it's a very interesting comparison. And I want to throw this out there once again. I'm not actually that negative on Scotty as a concept, but I did not roll her, so I cannot double Scotty system no matter what you say to me. And therefore, all of your support Scotties don't do anything for me because Scotty seems very finely developed to be really, really fast and cool if you're running a double Scotty setup. Otherwise, she's kind of middling.
Fuck it, I'll bring up Catskill again, why not? It's arts, it gives me an arts and a fucking attack up. Fuck it. It's not the greatest numbers, but whatever. And then, let's see here. Do I got my plug suit? I got my plug suit. Alright, let's roll this real quick here.
It's very funny to me that people talk about how, like, oh yeah, you never see Scotty NP, whereas, yeah, you don't need Merlin to NP, but, like, if you're in a fight that lasts more than that one Buster turn, you will probably see him NP because they've went so far as to make it easy for him to NP, right? He has AoE charges, and he gains NP every turn.
Mm.
So you will actually see Garden of Avalon a lot, and it's actually, like, pretty goo. And
goo.
Healing and NP gain every turn, and more stars per turn. Who knew? It's good. Yeah, I think there's, before you go to raid version, there's one more story scene I really want to get Lucky's reaction to.
Alright, let's stun this fucker for one turn, because I forgot,
Yes, I do believe Story Merlin has an extra one. By the way, that's another fun one. They didn't have extra super Merlin Chuff because Merlin wasn't back with you yet for Chaos Tide.
Ah.
Thank God, though. I do want to throw this out there. I'm glad they did something clever with the Benkei thing, and they didn't make me fight fucking Lamu again. Or Bell Lamu. God, ugh. Yes, I mean, if you're running an arts comp, you will see Tamamo NP. I'm pretty sure Castoria is the same way. It's arts. You'll do arts chains for fun. For free NP, so, yeah.
Alright. Oh yeah, that's right, Tamamo has her fucking NP strength up buff.
Yes. Tamamo.
This is gonna be great.
Goo.
I don't think I've actually done a double Tamamo with this yet.
Oh no. Oh my. The numbers.
What do they mean?
Especially since you only have to hit 500k. It's not actually that hard. I want to throw this out there. I really like the design of this fight because it's a cool throwback, but also the way they've designed it is so that it's very, very eminently repeatable. Like, it's not a pain in the ass to repeat. There's no additional waves, right? It's not like Rashomon where you gotta fight 3 Scrublardonis with an Arash.
Alright, let's see here. We'll Kazakh Blade first, and if that doesn't end it, we'll find out. Honestly, I never fucking know. Let's see here.
Well, NP attacks are slightly randomized. They have a curve of damage, so.
Let's see here. What's our numbers here?
What CE did you stick on Vlad?
Dive to blue. So I did 490k with it.
It's pretty goo.
Honestly, with that was wave 2 because Vlad doesn't have an MP stair. Well, he does, but it only gets me up to 80. So I was like, all right, I need to take a turn and smack him. I have to hit him with something. So yeah, no, I was able to 2-turn it. I might see if I can wing some more damage out of that somehow. Because I had Tomomo's fan club in there. That Catskill. Yeah, actually, yeah, that might work. I'll see if I can, like, maybe pump some other damage in there somewhere.
Pump that damage.
Pump that damage. So yeah, 2 turns.
Pump up the jam. Pump it up.
I could do a turn 1 if I switch from plug suit to mages, but then I lose my attack up and the swap. So I'm like, ah.
Yeah, you get extra battery, but you don't have the extra buffs.
So I think my best is probably going to be a 2-turn. I just feel like this fucking Demon Pillar is going muda at me, and I want to just fucking drop a Road Roller on it.
Vlad Roller, duh.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, somebody make that meme edit, stick Vlad's face on the Road Roller.
Alright, so reading. Yeah, no. Alright, Reines, you gonna do the big reveal here? Oh, we're producing Demon God Pillars.
God, I think it's the gift compression, but like, you can't see anything.
Oh god, what is this? Oh, yeah, no, the gift that was pain.
The gift compression is so it was a shot from the JoJo's anime of the Road Roller scene, and just the gift compression was so awful that with the punches you can't see shit. Yeah, this bit's pretty cool. See, you can see in that gif.
Someone. Oh, what? Always have a trump card, I guess. Contests need neither stratagem nor trump card. All those required is flawless preparation and victory.
I don't know if I've mentioned this in Let's Talk FGO, but I definitely mentioned it in Wanted. But unspoken formation, way better translation, by the way. The original was translated as unspeakable formation, which is a little too try-hard. This MP's fucking rad. Also, Lucky definitely has a waiver. He rolled waiver on air.
Yeah, I did. I might, I have to double check the bonus because Caster Guild has a charisma and an arts buff, while waiver will just have
attack and damage plus.
Yeah. Like I said, I do know that waivers. Like I said, I gotta check numbers, but I think I gotta remember. I might have to actually look at some skill. Again, FGO, if there's something I want to add your actual fucking percentages into game.
Yeah, if I could just check them in my game, that would be cool.
Like, see actually how much extra they're doing.
I gotta be honest, I don't think they care. It's probably just a pain in the ass to do with the code at this point. Like, it's one of those features they didn't plan for 5 years ago.
Yeah, Caster Guild does not give MP charge. That is true. But again, if I'm doing less damage overall anyway, I'd probably still take me 2 turns.
What?
But
what even is Vlad's OC effect?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Vlad, what the fuck do you do? I'm gonna pull him up right now.
Is it stars?
Yep, stars. It goes 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 stars.
Well, that's great for turn
actually,
2.
No, it's 20 to 40 at his current MP level. You would have done at least 1 rank up.
Man, I wish I had his fucking new rank up right now.
God, for that extra damage potential. And also the arch resistance down.
Yeah.
Delicious. Alright, close those tabs. Don't need them.
What weaknesses? Don't give me that face. Oh. Okay, I'm kind of sad that I just can't be like, oh, I have to be, huh? Or, okay. Apparently I am smarter than a fucking Japanese protagonist.
They want to make sure they really sell it for the dumb people in the back.
Yeah, I'm about to say, it's like, actually, yeah, no, you have to go by the lowest common denominator.
There are actually probably literal Japanese high schoolers who play this game.
Jesus. Fucking MC fucking pseudo-servant win.
Yeah, I just love this. It's so true. Yeah, you idiot. The conceptual weakness of demon pillars is you. You have a fucking world record. Nobody else has killed as many demon pillars as you have, and you're like, oh yeah, I have killed a lot of demon pillars.
I feel like somewhere Maeve has just turned around and said, hey. Yeah, I have done some shit. Honestly, I think that's another reason why this event is the good, because it just remembers you have done some fucking shit. Yeah,
you get, and that's the role Reines plays a lot, where you get to explain to her a lot of stuff like, yeah, did that,
Yeah, and I think, honestly, I think that's why I like her reactions, because she's coming from a normal clock tower mage, and she's just all like, what the actual fuck? And like, to someone like me and you, this is literally our everyday. Like, time to get up, we're gonna go into fucking existential threat to humanity, slap around some space and time. Let's go to the future for a bit. We back, alright. Oh shit, there's one of the 7 fucking world enders right there. I'm gonna befriend it and make it my waifu. Well, it's bedtime? Alright, let's get up and do it tomorrow again. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, no, but yeah, Marina's definitely saying, yeah, normal Clock Tower mage would just not fucking believe you.
And then the turnaround to that is, well, yeah, they didn't. Assholes.
Literally had to send an inquiry, and guess what? Now we lost belts.
Didn't even get my back pay.
I'm still mad about that.
I'm out here having to grift for QP from Zhang Yu.
You're like an evil of humanity, but for good. No, let's just go. Wow, way to go, Professor. I know some evils of humanity. Honestly, I wonder if I mentioned that. It's like, wait, you know some?
I'm trying to remember which option did I pick. I think I also went with just let's not be rude.
Yeah.
Good job, Professor.
Honestly, someone's asking if we're probably getting a ceiling designation. I don't know. Like, honestly, it's one of those weird things. Our thing is very specific.
It's very personality based. It has very little to do with our magecraft.
Our literal single greatest strength is that we can form a contract with any servant. Which
you know what they should do to fuck us over even more? They should be like, good job, you haven't saved the world twice, we accept this. Congratulations, since there are no more heirs to the position, you actually get the lordship title that the Animuseers lost. Have fun! And they were like, fuck, no, wait, I don't want that job. Make me a space cop again, make me a time cop again. I preferred that. That was way easier. Because I do actually believe Marsbury should be a lord who was a lord and his slots just open.
Well, yeah, no, he was the fucking head of the, what was it,
astronomy department.
Astronomy department, yeah, so all the heads are fucking lords. So
I don't think they ever brought up what happened since he killed himself like 5 years before the game started or whatever.
Hey man, let's do that. Then we can fucking join a faction with fucking modern magecraft. We can become a political force.
That would be so trippy. To meet regular ass Waver like 10 years in the future and just be like, sub teach. And he's like, do I know you? And we'd be like, nah, but I you. They probably didn't make Olga a lord. Much like how Reines was like, I don't actually want to be lord of the family yet.
So clearly, we will pull a waiver, and we'll just get adopted into the Omnimusphere fucking family and deal with all that fallout.
Did they promote Ogle to the Lordship? Damn.
I
mean, that makes sense with her, like, her like, weird complex about having way too much fucking responsibility. I could absolutely believe that they gave her a fucking lordship, and she was just like, what the fuck? I'm baby.
She also kind of stuck to a fucking sphere. Yep, we raid battles now.
By the way, I don't think we remarked on it, but I do love Estrella's version of the all the stars. It's not all the stars are your servants, all the stars are my fucking gems, nerd.
Yeah, we're fucking throne 4, and there are still a third left, I want to say.
Yeah, about, it's what, 34 million? Ish?
Yep. Yeah, so Lucky is raids now. Congrats, me.
Yeah, we're still well over a third, because 50 divided by 3 is 16.6 repeating.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just about there.
I will try this with... Oh, wait, hang on. If you have support Tomamos, you're on my friend list, please put them up. I'm going to try, though, putting waiver into my swap slot. Well, actually, no, I would have to put them in front, because then I have to swap them out for a Tomamo.
It's a very... Again, I like that it's a pretty simple raid. Like, there's some RNG. You can get a card type down. He can do that. It kind of sucks, but even if you're not one turning, you can usually 2 turn still. Mm-hmm. So, like, you have flexibility to do some fun stuff. But yeah, we're just over 2.5 hours. Lucky caught up to the raid, so you got to see some of his real first impressions of some of those big story beats, and I think it's cool. I want to throw this out there also. Some people have asked me about this. I do genuinely think that at least up until the point where the time gate breaks, the identity of the raid boss is technically a spoiler. Because you can't find out about it without clairvoyance. The story at no point telegraphs this, other than there's a vague demon pillar-shaped shadow in the river, but that could be fucking anybody. You know? Like, yeah, I'm sure some galaxy brains were like, oh, demon pillar, all London. Oh, wasn't that BARBATOS? I refuse to believe anybody remembered it was BARBATOS unless they literally just got to the end of part 1. These events are so fucking far apart. How would you remember which pillar was where?
Well, Crystal Starlight, then maybe you shouldn't have been part of the Spaghetti's conspiracy. Now, should you?
Alas, here we are.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I genuinely do like. I don't think it's a major story spoiler, right? Mm-hmm. Like it doesn't ruin anything, but it is a spoiler. You would not be able to know without it, and I think it's cool. Like I love how they set him up. I love how they introduce him. And it's pretty rad. And by the way, yes, if you have Tomamos on your support setup, you might be able to become friends with Lucky.
Mm-hmm.
News at 11. But yeah, what I was saying was after that little bit there, I think it's a good time to wind down the show.
Yeah.
We did your mailbag. We talked about the event. The event is good. As much as I'm glad that Lucky did get to the raids and he's going to get some in, because I know you're always hurting for that big QP, buddy.
Yeah, I am.
I'm also like, I cannot wait for these raids to be over because I want to see where this goes from here.
Oh yeah, same.
There's got to be some shit. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to get in there.
Oh yeah, I guess we have like probably about another day, probably.
Yes, we've done about at this rate. We're doing about a third a day. Which, by the way, in case you missed that part where I divided 50 by 3, that means we're doing about 16 million kills a day.
Okay, so with that, I did not one turn it, but it was still pretty close. That could have just been RNG.
Time to do some sweet magical science.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's time to wrap up the show there, so Lucky can go a raiding, and I can edit this kit together, and go about my business, and do that shower and shave I wanted to do.
Hey, Patreon, you guys want to see the thumbnail I made before everyone else does? I only showed it to Mega because I wasn't sure if he'd be giving it the okay, but he seems it's alright.
Oh, yeah, no, like I said, I love this thumbnail.
Alright, here you go, guys.
Go ahead and drop it for them. People at home, you've obviously seen it already. It's been the fucking thumbnail image the entire time. As the kids say, this gives me a chuckle.
I've been trying to put a little bit more work into the thumbnails, so...
Giving it that extra energy.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. It's a good thumbnail. That'll catch people's attention. Okay. It's time to wind down, though. So, next week we'll be back for more Let's Talk FGO. We will be sure to do probably our final impressions on case files. While the event may not be over, I'm sure we'll be done with missions and story and stuff by then, because there's not really a lot left once the raid gets out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna get my Perma-Gray.
Already
got that level up.
Actually, how do we get the new MP levels? I'm guessing those are just fucking missions, too?
Yeah, I believe they're all missions that'll open up at the end.
Okay.
much like her Ascension mats.
All right.
It's a very low-impact event. I love this design. They've learned a lot of lessons. So we'll be sure to talk about that. Like I said, way at the start of the show, JP's event has about 3 days left on it, so we'll see probably whatever they're doing next. It'll probably not be anything big, but who knows? Maybe they'll go into the Case Files rerun, and then we'll have some fun stuff to talk about with that. At the very least, it's good brand synergy.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, yeah, I don't know. I think that's really it. So we'll see you next week for more Let's Talk FGO. We'll see you later for What's Up. We can talk about some things.
Some stuff.
Yeah, and just stay tuned for other video content and so on and so forth. So be seeing y'all. It's time for the outro. What would they even do with a waiver costume? Not that I'm going to say no to more costumes, especially since that's now a mechanic, but I'm wondering, what would they even do?
Maybe give him like an actual like Chinese tactician outfit.
They could. We do have some designs for that. The shirt, yes. Only if Iskander also gets the shirt as a skin. Give them matching shirts. Do it, you cowards. Do it, you moral cowards. You won't.
What was the name of that game? Like World Domination?
Yeah, like something like Total World Domination or World Domination Tactics.
Yeah.
I think it's the name of Iskandar's upgraded skill, World Domination Tactics.
No, it's not actually about World Domination Tactics. He just like really likes that fucking game.
Yeah. I learned everything I know from a real-time strategy game. Actually, it would have been turn-based, because it was like the 90s or whatever. Mm-hmm. He's playing fucking OG Fire Emblem on the Famicom or something. Anyway, time for the outro. Which is this. If you're watching this video on YouTube and you liked it, be sure to give it a like. If you have any comments, leave them in the comment section down below. You can also hit us up on our Discord. Link is, as always, in the description and on our channel page. If you are new here and haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We're getting pretty close to 3K subs. We'll do something fun then. I don't know exactly what we'll do, but I have some ideas I can talk with Lucky about. And, it's cool. So, tell your friends. Get them to sub. Sub now. Get access to all our fun stuff. And even if you're already subscribed, be sure to hit that bell for notifications so you always know when we post a new video. I do believe we only have about 20% of people who have rung that bell, so consider it. Lets you know always when we post a new video or when we stream. I am still occasionally guerrilla streaming, so, consider hitting that bell. You never know with me. I'm a wild card. Of course, you can also join our channel. You can click the join button or the link in the description. Get access to emotes, badges, and more. And, like we said at the front of the show, you can support us on Patreon. You can access this episode early and in audio format for as little as $1 a month or $10 a year. And lots of other fun stuff, such as our Patreon polls. Let me actually check real quick before we go. Let me go ahead and pull up what how the Fan Servant Friday poll is going. That's the only poll we're running this month. But let's see how it's going. Shocking nobody. Red Riding Hood is doing really good. She's very popular, 75%. But you've still got about a week. You can join our old patron and get in there. Consider it.
Yeah, no, I think with just waiver there, my output's just a little low. Still can 2-turn it, but...
You haven't found the maximum efficiency yet.
Nah.
But that's the show, kids. We will be sure to let you know how Lucky found his efficiency next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye!
Happy raids.